Okay, you're deep in the jungle, hanging with a friendly jack.
Spacey got the swords on. 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 Spacey got the swords
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the swords on. Spacey got the swords on. Spacey got the swords on.
Mic check, mic check. What's going on, No Cap crew? Let me tighten up this thing right now. I just decided to go live. I wasn't even gonna go live today.
Spacey got the sauce on.
But I said, you know what? Let me just do a random live, man. Hang out with the No Cap crew. Let's talk about welfare. Everybody always say welfare was the destruction of the black family. Well, let's talk about it. I don't care how many people hang out with us tonight. I just wanted to talk. It's okay. If you're watching the replay, right, you can always support the channel by sending us super thanks. That's the heart shape with the $sign in it. Let's go.
Video with your boy Freezy. Join in tonight. No captivity. Only the boss motherfucking bitches fuck with motherfucking Freezy. It's no captivity. Get into it.
Make sure y'all hit that like button too, man. Let's go. I know it's a little late. We can hang out for a couple hours. Y'all okay with that, right? Make sure y'all hit that like button. And the dislike button is okay too. Welfare. The destruction of the black family. What do you say? How did we get here? How did we get here with Sexy Red and the P. Diddy's?
Spacey got the sauce on.
Why is it so hard to be married nowadays? Why is it so hard to maintain a faithful relationship? Why do we disagree with one another so often? And why do we show it to the world? Why are we in disarray? Is it systemic racism? Or do we have to take accountability? Let's talk about it. Let y'all on a secret too, man. Listen, I'm so unprepared for this subject, so y'all forgive me. I just want to talk about it. I was hoping that some of my No Cap crew could join me with the information that you have. This is not a Freezy show, this is a No Cap crew show.
Video with your boy Freezy. Join in tonight. No captivity. Only the boss motherfucking bitches fuck with motherfucking Freezy. It's no captivity. Get into it.
Thank you to everybody already showing support. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It does not go unnoticed. And that's a fact.
Times in our life,
You got time to sing on it. You sing.
we all have pain.
So then you gonna sing.
We all have sorrow. Then I look at Wayne, and I know that he will be ugly tomorrow. Lean on me when you're my cousin, and I'll be your friend. I help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need my cousin to care. She need a lap dance. She needs people to come.
No Cap-tivity. Freezy.
What up? You are officially locked into No Cap-tivity with Freezy, where we tackle issues that sometimes have us trapped in this thing that we call life. But if you know me, you know my motto. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And if you rock with your dog, please hit that like and subscribe button hard right now. And also comment and share this video. That is if you rock with your boy Freezy.
No Cap-tivity.
Like I said, man, you know, this is an impromptu. This is an impromptu live, and I just want to talk about it, man. I thank y'all for all the support that you guys have already shown, right? We ain't gonna hesitate. We're not gonna hesitate to acknowledge the support. First, I wanted, who was this first? Yeah. First, I want to acknowledge my sister, McCole's Wellness and Motion, for her super thanks. Y'all don't think people send super thanks, do y'all? Oh yeah, we send super thanks. Let me tell you something. The No Cap crew sends super thanks. Shout out to McCole's Wellness and Motion.
No Cap-tivity.
For her $2 super thanks, man. She said, thanks, awesome show last show. Thank you, McCole's Wellness and Motion. I really appreciate that. And also, Frizzle Frogs, Dr. Frizzle, for his $5 super thanks. He said, keep that sauce on him, Freezy. I appreciate that, Frizzle. Thank you, dog.
No Cap-tivity.
I appreciate that. Let me see. And let's see.
Super chat.
Also, another super sticker from my sister, McCole Wellness and Motion. Thank you, McCole. I really appreciate it. Don't you just love McCole, man? McCole is just a sweet spirit, and she's very supportive of me, and I really appreciate that. And I'm supportive of her too. Thank you, McCole. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No Cap-tivity.
And Ralph, my dog Ralph Spirit, for his $2 super cap. He said, just some support, bro. Thank you, bro. Let me tell you, it's not just some support. It's big. It's big support. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm thankful for it all. That's a fact.
No Cap-tivity.
That's a fact. It don't keep that light from jumping. I can tell you that. It don't keep that light from jumping. I think it's about time for roll call. What y'all say? Shalom to my sister, Miss Randy B, in the building. How you doing, sis?
No Cap-tivity.
Always good to see you. Shalom to It Is What It Is TV. Hey, Drip Show. The Drip Show told me, boy, y'all hung out till 7 in the morning. I'm proud of you, Hassan, man. Keep doing it, bro. Shalom to you.
No Cap-tivity.
Shalom to my brother, Emperor Kojak 313, the great in the building. How you doing, Emperor Kojak 313, man? Always supporting your boy, always hanging out. Make sure y'all go support Emperor too, and by subscribing to his gaming channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to It Is What It Is podcast as well. It Is What It Is TV channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe to both of those brothers. Let me see. Shout out to the Night Star, always holding me down. The Night Star say, be safe, big boss. Oh, he talking to Emperor. Shout out to the Night Star, man. Thank you for being here, the Night Star. Shalom to all you brothers.
No Cap-tivity.
Oh, I forgot to hit that no captivity for Emperor.
No captivity.
Shalom. Let me see. And once again, Miss Wellness in Motion. Nicole's Wellness in Motion, that is. Thank you for being here, sis. She said, what did she say? What did my sister say? Uh-oh. Let me put that back up. There we go. Yeah, that look more like it. What? Oh, let me go back to my sister. Put her up there. McCole's Wellness in Motion. She said, peace, much love, and blessings to Freezy and the No Cap crew. How is everyone?
No captivity.
And I know it's late, y'all. I know it's late. I just wanted to talk about this. I just wanted to talk about this, y'all. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this stream. I just wanted to talk about it. Just want to have a conversation. Shout out to my brother Ralph Spirit. He said, what up, Freezy? Good topic, bro. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. Shalom to you, dog. I really appreciate that. Is that it? Oh, there's my sister. Cassandra B is in the building. What's going on, Cassandra B? Shalom, sis.
No captivity.
I love all my sisters, man. Thank you, Cassandra. I really appreciate you. JD25. JD25, he said what? He said, Freezer, what's up, bro? Just chilling, man.
No captivity.
Just chilling like a villain. It's after 12, man. I know it's late. I know a lot of the No Cap crew sleep. But we gonna talk about it. We talk about this shit, man. Shout out to Brina in the building. Brina, how you feeling? She said, Freezy, what's good? I'll be in the clouds tapping in before I sleep in a few. I understand. Listen, I went live at 12 a.m.
No captivity.
I don't expect a lot of people to be tuned in. Shout out to Zoe. Zoe, what's going on? Let me make my dog a mod, man. First thing Zoe say every time is hit the like button. Make my dog a mod, man. Let me see. Damn right. Let me see. Zoe. And there he go. My dog, my brother, Big Bad Bull in the building. He said, No Cap crew and Freezer, what's going on, man? Just chilling, dog. Shout out to Big Bad Bull, bro. Shalom.
No captivity.
So listen. I just wanted to talk tonight. I wanted to go live with y'all. I wanted to hang out with y'all. And I wanted to see what y'all think. We talk about this all the time. We probably will strike up this conversation on another live stream in the daytime and when it's early. But I just wanted to have a late night discussion with y'all, right? About something with substance, you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let me see. Oh, we got support on the cash cap side of the game too. Oh, Lord. Brina. Oh, man. Brina is such a sweetheart. Thank you, Brina.
No captivity.
Thank you, Brina. You're such a sweetheart, Brina. I really appreciate my sisters, man. And I see you, Elevated Mind Healer. I see you. I'm going to give you a shout out. One second. Hold on. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. Shout out to Elevated Mind Healer in the building. Shalom says, she said, peace and love, everyone. I'll be in the clouds too.
No captivity.
I know I bet y'all like, Freezy, God, why you came on so late? You know, because I just wanted to. Let me see. Shout out. Let me see.
Check the cash out, bitch. You so damn dumb. Check the cash out.
Shout out to my sister Brina. Shout out to my sister Brina. She is the sponsor of tonight's show. She said, it's been a while. I paid towards the light bill. Thank you, Brina. I really appreciate you, Brina. Thank you so much.
No captivity.
Thank you, Brina. Thank you so much. One more time.
No captivity.
Brina is the sponsor of tonight's show so far for her contribution of $20. Thank you so much, Brina. I really appreciate you. I love the No Cap crew. Oh, where is it? Okay. Let me change this to Brina, my sister. Yes. Let me make sure everything is spelled correctly. Sponsor of the show. See? I don't know if I be typing too fast. There we go. I think that's it right there. Okay, y'all ready to get this show started? All right.
No captivity.
Okay, so which one I'm gonna play first? Where's my folder? Okay, let's talk about it. Before we talk about it, right? I want to show y'all how black families used to be before welfare. And when I seen this just warmed my heart. Let me show y'all how black families used to be before welfare, man. This kind of love is very hard to find nowadays. This kind of love that I seen that I'm about to show y'all is very hard to find, right? Because there's just so many disingenuous people. Everybody's trying to find real love. Everybody's trying to find a spouse or be in a marriage that's actually meaningful, where you're gonna feel safe, protected. This video that I'm gonna show y'all, when I seen it, I was like, is this a norm anymore? I'm pretty sure it exists because this couple is still alive, but they're very old, right? But does the nature of this relationship, does this type of relationship exist with the younger generation? Or is it just a loss? Is it extinct? Is it just a lost cause? Is the younger generation doomed? That's what I want to know. Is the younger generation doomed? Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me play this video.
Come on, Pops. Chicken salad is on. You want some bread or you just gonna get a spoonful? Come, you gotta come this way, honey. Come this way. So you can do chicken salad on bread, croissants, put it on the spinach wrap.
Now I want y'all to understand, all she made was a chicken salad. She just made some chicken salad, like tuna salad. You know, let me get rid of this so y'all can see her plate. Yeah, it's just chicken salad. It ain't like she made some gourmet meal. She made chicken salad. That's
No captivity.
And so it's quite the contrary. You know, a lot of women think that they have to learn how to cook these gourmet meals. Men are very simple. I'm talking to my no cap ladies, man. Men are very simple. Thank you, Emperor. How you doing, Travel One? How you doing? Thank you for being a no cap chatter this evening.
No captivity.
Thank you for being here, Travel One. You know I got to mess with Travel One. Love you, sis. Yeah, but all she made was chicken salad. But watch how her husband appreciates the way she made this chicken salad and just the fact that she made the chicken salad for him. Watch that.
Come on, Pops. Chicken salad is on. You want some bread or you just gonna get a spoonful? Come this way, honey. Come this way. So you can do chicken salad on bread, croissants, put it on
The spinach wrap.
spinach wrap, lettuce. My favorite way.
Now I want y'all to peep game. She's teaching this. I think this might be her granddaughter. This woman is teaching this her granddaughter, teaching her young granddaughter the correct way a wife should be in a marriage. What this grandmother is teaching her granddaughter is the correct way a husband should treat his wife. This is so valuable. It's invaluable, right? For this young girl to be fortunate enough to stand by and watch her grandmother at work is priceless, and she should not take it for granted. Her grandmother is a jewel, right? Her grandmother and her grandfather has been married for 51 years. You don't see this anymore. This is before, I'm saying this is before welfare actually infiltrated the black household and the black family, should I say. Yeah. Because the sentiment is that welfare had just started in the 70s, right? That's what a lot of people believe. A lot of uneducated people, but it's okay because that's why I wanted to do this live stream, so we can be enlightened. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like 20 people watching. You know what I'm gonna call the 20 people? The talented 20, the talented 20th. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call y'all, the talented 20th.
No Cap-tivity.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's got a nice ring to it. Watch the grandma at work.
You can do chicken salad on bread, croissants, put it on
The spinach wrap.
spinach wrap, lettuce. My favorite way for him is on bread. So you want me to make you a sandwich?
You taste it first, then you can make your sandwich.
Yeah,
It's
come
gonna
in.
be
You gotta
good.
come in the camera
camera.
and say hi.
This is the love of my life.
Let's see.
She said, "This is the love of my life." Let me go over here. Let me unlock this. Let me bring this over here. Did y'all hear what this beautiful woman said? I'm gonna say this lady. This beautiful woman said, did y'all hear what
No
she said?
Cap-tivity.
She said, "This is the love of my life." When I seen this, I was like, this is beautiful. I just wanted to hang out with the No Cap crew to show y'all what real love is. More importantly, real black love, right? Will we ever get this back? Will the younger generation experience this as ever start experiencing this again? Do y'all know any 20-year-olds that operate like this? Does anybody know any 20-year-olds? Even some early 30s, like 30-year-olds that operate like this. Anybody know? Emperor said, sadly, no. Watch this.
Hear that crunch? That's from the peppers.
You say, you hear that crunch? That's from the pepper. And she was talking to the love of her life.
What do you mean?
Need a little spice.
He said it need a little spice. Guess what kind of spice it needs, y'all? Pay attention.
Hold still. man, tastes right now.
Tastes right now.
No Cap-tivity.
Oh yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's good.
While you had a little sandwich, and I might as well have some iced tea and chips to go with it.
You want me to make that for you? I promised God I was gonna see about you.
That almost made me cry just then. All this man want, let me tell y'all something. All this man want is some chips and an iced tea to go with his chicken salad. That's all he wants.
No Cap-tivity.
And he's so grateful for this chicken salad. Do you know how many men don't get a chicken salad sandwich? I'm talking to the women out there. Do y'all know how many men don't get a chicken salad sandwich? I didn't say steak and potatoes. I didn't say lamb chops. A chicken salad sandwich.
So, here comes the sandwich.
Okay, I'm gonna go just sit down there.
I guess I'll just go sit down then. Sound like a man right now.
No Cap-tivity.
I guess I'll just go sit down here and wait on my sandwich. All right, baby? Go sit down, baby. I got you. That's the love of my life right there. We make it so complicated, man. You know, and I'm gonna tell you something. That older woman, she's dressed very modest. She looks very classy. She ain't got her breasts out. Emperor say, exactly, Freezy. My ex never cooked for me. Shaking my damn head. Hence, why I had to get shit annulled. I mean, you listen.
No Cap-tivity.
If you can't, if they won't feed you, it's all messed up. What are we here for? What are we doing? If you can't put nourishment in my body, what are we really here for? You don't give a damn if I die. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a damn if I die. What are we here for? Why are we married? Why? Cooking is essential. When I was in high school, they used to have home ec. Y'all remember home ec? That used to be a class. Do they have home ec in school now? Huh? I'm asking y'all, listen, will the generation get back like this? Will this young generation get back like this? Being that they done took out home ec. They took out home ec, so I don't know, man. I just feel like we're in trouble. Our kids are in trouble. The younger generation is in trouble. These young boys, they don't know how to. And another thing that I noticed, right? I noticed how the older man, I noticed how this woman's husband was catering to his wife, how he was making her feel. Did y'all notice how he kissed her on the lips? It wasn't just how, listen, and the men need to understand this too. It wasn't just how she treated him. It seems like she's very pleased to please her man because of how he treats her as well.
Come on, Pops. Chicken salad is on. You want some bread or you just gonna get a spoonful? Come this way, honey. Come this way. So you can do chicken salad on bread, croissants, put it on
The spinach wrap.
Lettuce.
She teaching the granddaughter first. She teaching the granddaughter first while the husband there, he just sitting there watching the game.
My favorite way for him is on bread. So you want me to make you a sandwich?
You taste it first, then you can make me a sandwich.
You say, let me taste it first. And then you can make me a sandwich. You know why he wanted to taste it first? Because he just making everybody understand. Don't nothing move until he say so. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
No
Did y'all
Cap-tivity.
hear what he said? He said, "Let me taste it first." The reason why he said this cause he just letting everybody don't nothing happen till I say so. Women have a problem with that. Guess what she did? She let him taste it. And then while he was tasting it, she was letting him know it's got some peppers in there, some crunchy peppers, and she was guiding him and making him understand what she put in it.
Make you a sandwich.
Taste it first, then you can make your sandwich.
Yeah,
It's
come
gonna
in.
be
You gotta
good.
come in the camera
camera.
and say hi.
This is the love of my life.
Let's see.
That's beautiful. And I played it a second time because I wanted the men to see how he's treating his wife. All of this started from the choosing aspect, from the beginning. This started from when they chose each other. They chose right. She chose right and he chose right. The reason why a lot of us end up in shit relationships is because we don't choose right. We too busy looking at the wrong things on people, right? We're looking at jewelry, we're looking at ass, we're looking at titties. No, he chose right. He more than likely paid attention to her conduct, who she was raised by, her parents. He paid attention to all the right things, right? She paid attention to the right things. He's a provider. He's responsible. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this guy. This guy classy, man. He got a collar shirt on. Got classy. Got some jeans on. He relaxed. See, back then, see that outfit that he got on back then, he probably could have went and played some basketball in that damn outfit. That's how they was back then. That man, he ready to go play some basketball. That's how they used to dress back then. They used to go play basketball in penny loafers back then. I'm talking about they stayed fresh to death. They stayed ready. But he loves her and she loves him. Look how she looking at the camera like, yeah, that's mine. 51 years, going on 52. Right? She looking at the camera like, yeah, that's mine. Play with it. Try me if you want to. That's my man. 51 years, 52 years. Yeah. Yeah, he mine. He eating my chicken salad. Yeah. Mess with him. I dare you to. Yeah.
No Cap-tivity.
Hear that crunch? That's from the peppers.
Now he's gonna make sure he give her a kiss. It's an art to this, y'all. Some of y'all don't even love your wives. So, women, a lot of y'all don't even love your husbands. They love each other, and you can see it by the way they interact with one another.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Need a little spice for hold still. Oh yeah, it tastes right now.
Very cute.
Yeah, that's good.
Look how she looking.
That's good.
Why you had it?
Another thing is that we must pay attention to. We get old. Your good looks are gonna fade. You're gonna develop wrinkles. Are you sure you're with somebody that's gonna be with you even though all of that's gonna take place? Like you're gonna get wrinkles, you're not gonna be as athletic, you're not gonna be as sharp, okay? You're not gonna have a six-pack no more if you had one already, right? Your breasts are gonna start sagging. Your butt ain't gonna be as round. You're gonna have a lot of fat around, around the side stomach area and all that kind of stuff. Are you with somebody that's gonna stick with you through all that? When they start, that they're always gonna find the beauty in you no matter what. Are you with somebody like that? And I'm telling you right now, the only way you can be with somebody like that is if they truly love you deeply on the inside. That's the only way that's the only way. If they really love you beyond the superficial. if they love your damn soul.
No captivity.
This lady loved this man soul. Soul. And this man loved this woman's soul. Her soul. It's the only way it's gonna work. That's a spiritual thing. Social media is very vain, and it's conditioned most of the youth to be just as vain as well. Most of these relationships are very hyperbolic, to say the least.
No sandwich. And I might as well have some nice tea and chips to go with it.
You want me to make that for you? I promised God I was gonna see about you. So here comes the sandwich.
Okay, I'm gonna go just sit down there.
I'm gonna just go sit down there. Sound like a peaceful man. So how did we lose that? Do you see where I'm going? How did we lose that? That was beautiful. And at one point in time, that was not just an anomaly, right? It was not just a monolith. No, there were plenty households that operated like that. I mean, when they was younger, they probably used to go to another house, house next door, and it was a couple like that, a black couple like that. Then across the street, it was a black couple like that, right? Let me show y'all exactly what happened to us. Here we go. Oh, here we go. I was looking for my damn welfare folder. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play this whole video, right? It's about 9 minutes, it ain't that long, but I want us to dissect this video, and I want y'all to see how hard welfare, like how hard the economy it had gotten for black families. I want y'all to see how difficult the economy had got for black families, and what we actually signed up for and agreed to, which we thought was probably going to make it better for us or easier for us, but it didn't. It didn't make it better for us. It actually made it worse. Here we go.
Roosevelt wanted to see America move into a new era.
Shout out to Fanny P, my sister. Shout out to Drip. How you doing?
No captivity.
Good to see you, Drip. Shout out to Dr. Frizzle Frost, man. I appreciate that super thanks earlier.
No captivity.
Thank you, bro. I had shouted you out earlier, man. Did I miss somebody earlier? Let me see. I'll make sure I ain't missed nobody. Oh, did I say anything? Shout out to Elevated Mind Healer.
No captivity.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Elevated Mind Healer. Okay, let me start it over a little bit. I like that little theme music in the beginning. Hey, oh, and make sure, listen, I forgot to say this. To support stories of this magnitude and to support this platform, you could always send a super chat, aka super cap, or you can send a cash cap, aka cash app, to $Freezy1976. That's $Freezy1976.
No captivity.
My bad, y'all.
Roosevelt wanted to see America move into a new era.
That was Roosevelt, right? President Roosevelt. let's just pretend we in class, all right? Y'all done been in class before with the projector screen.
The Social Security Act was passed and other measures followed. Unemployment benefits, welfare payments.
I think this was roughly 1935 when the Social Security Act was passed. And a lot of y'all was under the impression that Social Security and welfare was made for black folk. No, it was not. It was originally adopted by white wives whose husbands had went off to war where they needed assistance. Right? It was originally made for white people where the husbands went off to war and the wives needed assistance because the husbands were not there. Exactly, Emperor, poor white folks. Exactly. This is just a fact. So we need to understand how Social Security even originated. Let's just understand that before we have all these arguments on these panels, man. Shout out to the No Cap crew, man.
No Cap-tivity.
Distribution of surplus food. With these measures, of course, came rules, regulations, and red tape, as familiar today as they were novel then. The government bureaucracy began to grow, and it's been growing ever since. This is just a small part of the Social Security empire today. Their headquarters in Baltimore has 16 rooms this size.
So I think this has fast forwarded to the 70s. It went from the 30s to the, I think this is the 70s, right? The 70s or the 80s or something like that. Okay, they just did a quick flashback. Now they're in the 70s or the 80s, something like that. Here we go.
All these people are dispensing our money with the best possible intentions. But at what cost? In the 50s.
Shout out to Hot Sauce in the building, Shalom.
No Cap-tivity.
Rewind a little bit. Here we go.
This is just a small part of the Social Security empire today. Their headquarters in Baltimore has 16 rooms this size. All these people are dispensing our money with the best possible intentions. But at what cost? In the 50 years since the Albany meetings, we have given government more and more control over our lives and our income. In New York State alone, these government buildings house 11,000 bureaucrats, administering government programs that cost New York taxpayers $22 billion. At the federal level, the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare alone has a budget larger than any government in the world, except only Russia and the United States. Yet these government measures often do not help the people they are supposed to. It's all right. Richard Brown's daughter, Halima, needs constant medical attention. She has a throat defect and has to be connected to a breathing machine so that she'll survive the nights. It's expensive treatment, and you might expect the family to qualify for a Medicaid grant.
No, I don't get it, because I'm not eligible for it. I make a few dollars too much. And the
So this is what a lot of black people argue, you know, how did the black family get to this condition, right? This guy, he works. Most black women, probably 90% of black women would not take a black man like this today. He works, he's in the house with his family. He just has a very low paying job and he's struggling to take care of his family. Right? He has a couple of kids and his wife, you know, they're all together. But he's, right now he's talking about how difficult it is to maintain a stable household with the income he has. Right? And his wife is going to speak on it too. So
that I make, I can't afford to really live and save anything. That's out of the question. And I mean, we live from payday to payday. I mean, literally from payday to payday.
The struggle isn't made any easier by the fact that Mr. Brown knows that if he gave up his job as an orderly at the Harlem hospital, he would qualify for a government handout, and he'd be better off financially.
Well, Miss Davies.
Mr. Brown, can they say there's a section patient?
It's a terrible pressure on him, but he's proud of the work that he does here, and he's strong enough to resist the pressure.
Mr. Brown, and you're fully dilated, so I'm here to take you to the delivery room. Try not to push, please, because you want to have a nice, sterile delivery. Okay.
Mr. Brown has found out the hard way.
Guy has a legit job, holding the job down. He's a hospital orderly, right? I'm trying to figure out what would that translate to today, a hospital orderly. Is that like a hospital aide? Is that the same thing, a hospital aide? I'm pretty sure he's not a nurse if he, he's, especially with the low pay he say he's getting. It's got to be like it's got to translate into like a hospital aide nowadays, like a nurse's aide or something like that. But I mean, nevertheless, he's holding down a legitimate job just to support his family. Most women would not commit to a guy like this in these days and times. They would look that man up and down and say, sorry, bye.
That welfare programs destroy an individual's independence.
We've considered welfare. We went to see if I'd apply for welfare, but we were told that we were only eligible for $5 a month. And to receive this $5, we would have to cash in our son.
Hold on, man. Let's rewind that. What did he say?
But we were told that we...
Welfare programs destroy an individual's independence.
We've considered welfare. We went to see if I'd apply for welfare, but we were told that we were only eligible for $5 a month.
Now, this is the question. Why were so many black families poor at the time? These are the questions I want to raise tonight. Why were so many black families poor to where they had to depend on welfare? This guy say they wanted to get on welfare. They agreed to get on welfare, but they only qualified for $5 a month. That's crazy. So it's like this is why I try to push for black people to push past the dependency of white America, or what you would call white government, right? Or white establishment, or systemic racism. This is why I encourage black folk to push past, depending on this government, these government handouts. Okay, and some people will argue that reparations is not a government handout, it's owed to us. Okay, but until then, we're waiting on them to hand it out to us. You understand what I'm saying?
No captivity.
But these are the predicaments we will find ourselves in, waiting and feeling like we need this. And no, we gotta be a go-getter. Okay? Now there's things that this man could have done, this family could have done if they was more financially literate. Right? Save your money. Black people like the finer things in life. We like Gucci. We like, back then they, they want every, back then they used to have this saying called, "We want to live like the Joneses." We don't tell that part of the story. We're like, unless statistics is lying, we harness the largest part of consumerism in the United States of America. That's if the statistics is not lying. It's time to stop buying shit, right? It's time to stop being the consumer and start being the producer.
And to receive this $5, we would have to cash in our son's savings.
Elevated Mind Healer. I think this is in the late 70s or the early 80s or something like that. I don't know exactly what year it is.
Bonds. And that's not even worth it. I don't believe in something for nothing anyway.
I think a lot of people are capable of working and are willing to work, but it's just the way it's set up. the mother and the children are better off if the husband isn't working or if the husband isn't there.
Did y'all hear what this lady said? She just gave a statement that said she feels as though the mother and the children are better off if the husband isn't working or if the husband isn't there. And I think she was talking about in regards to getting a substantial amount of welfare to where you could at least get by, not $5 a month, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm at the girl.
We're so dependent. And let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Everybody's not born with a silver spoon. And I got to recognize that part of the whole situation. Like everybody's not born with a silver spoon. Right? Some people are just flat out born poor. I was born poor. And that's the truth. And I'm not going to just sugarcoat it and make it seem like it's just so easy to crawl out of that all of that hole. And I'm not even going to call it a dark hole because there are some poor families that were raised in a healthy environment. Just because you're poor don't mean that you can't orchestrate and cultivate a healthy environment. I'm not saying that. And that's a whole nother part of these conversations that we don't talk about as well. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you can't have a healthy family. I think we need to understand that too. We don't talk about that because a lot of us equate happiness with money, right?
No captivity.
The two don't go together. You can be poor and working your way out of poverty and content at the same time. Not content with being poor, but content with your family. Content with your wife, content with your husband. But so many spouses check out. More often than not, the wife checks out before the husband does when it has financial connotations written all over it. Right? But it is possible to be together and be content with one another as you work your way up out of poverty. That's why I showed the older couple in the beginning. If you're just getting here, rewind later on and watch the beginning of the when we first started this live stream. When I showed the beginning, when I showed the older couple, they are content with one another. You see these boys, they don't have to grow up feeling deprived. No, they can grow up feeling like it's plentiful of love and attentiveness.
And this breaks up so many poor families.
One of the saddest things is that many of the children whose parents are on welfare will in their turn end up in the welfare trap when they grow up. In this public housing project in the Bronx, New York, 3/4 of the families are now receiving welfare payments.
Well, Mr. Brown wanted to keep...
Did y'all hear how many people he said by that time was receiving welfare just in the state of New York? This man said 3/4.
I'm at the girl.
3/4. Do you know how many that is? I mean, let's just wrap our head around that. 3/4 of families was on welfare at the time. That was the impact that Social Security, no, not so, welfare had on black families. Now I'm going to recognize that. I'm not going to ignore that this was strategically planned, right? I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not one of those guys that say, oh, man, y'all ain't have to get on welfare. Let me tell you something. If I'm starving, if my wife's starving, we gonna get on welfare. If I'm starving and my wife is starving, we're gonna get on welfare. But there is a way to work your way up out of that. It's not gonna be easy. You have to save, right? You're gonna be wearing the same clothes for a long time. You're gonna be wearing your shoes till you got holes in them. Then you can go buy another cheap pair. But the whole time you're saving your money and you're looking for investment opportunities. You know, we have to read, right? We have to humble ourselves. Understand we don't know everything. Pick up literature. 3/4 of families in New York at the time, just in New York, think about the nation, was on welfare.
No captivity. Super chat.
Shout out to Dre the Dream in the building with his $5 super cap. Man, got that light jumping, helping us keep the lights on. I know it's late, Dre the Dream. Don't cuss me out, dog. He said, oh no, it was a yeah, Dre the Dream. Oh, he gave a super sticker. Oh no, that was an emoji. Man, I appreciate that, Dre the Dream. Thank you.
No captivity.
We got 27. I didn't even think we was gonna have 27 people watching. Are we gonna have 30? Listen, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button, man. Listen, I'm so proud that we got almost 30 people watching, and we talking about welfare at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's about to be the talented 30th. If it was a talented 20th, it's about to be the talented 30th.
No captivity.
As soon as I said that, somebody stopped watching. Well, I tell y'all ain't shit. Let's get going.
Away from this kind of thing for a very good reason. The people who get on welfare lose their human independence and feeling of dignity. They become subject to the dictates and whims of their welfare supervisor, who can tell them whether they can live here or there, whether they may put in a telephone, what they may do with their lives. They're treated like children, not like responsible adults.
This guy said, people on welfare are treated like children. You know how demeaning it is as a man to have to be subjugated to welfare? A lot of black families back then, you know, they were so embarrassed to even let you know they had food stamps. They used to hide the food stamps. Like, you know, when you going into the grocery store, they didn't want you to see, they didn't want nobody to see you paying with food stamps. If they had a couple of real dollars, they'll break them out first to make it seem like they have real money. And when the people ain't looking, they'll break out the food stamp. That's what my mama used to do. Real talk. That's how we used to live. He said the people are treated like children. Grown adults were treated like children. As if they weren't competent enough to be a more productive part of society, right? Because you're on welfare. That's how the government look at you. When you on welfare, they feel like you are somewhat productively handicapped. That's how the government looks at you. Do you care that the government looks at you like that? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, welfare now is probably more addictive now than it was back then. Because, well, you know, welfare back then, they used to stick your ass in the projects. Or you know, public housing looked way different back then. Now, you know, if you got welfare, you know, if you got welfare now, you can finagle your way into like a nice little condo, a little bachelor pad with modern decor, right? Welfare might have done got worse. Welfare might have gotten worse than better. Yes, how it was Section 8 housing, exactly. It's probably way more crucial to be on welfare now than it was back then. It's probably way more detrimental to be on welfare now than it was back then because it's an allure of getting over. Like, oh, I'm living in my apartment look better than such and such down the street. I might as well stay on welfare. They don't care about you living in that modernized apartment. You know why? Because all they want you to do is just stay on welfare. That's it.
No Cap-tivity.
They want you, the powers that be, want you, the same people that you protest against, the same people that you talk about, this white power structure, this systemic racism, they want you to stay on welfare. You thought that you was getting something. You thought that you got over because you in a modern apartment, and now you can save enough money to buy a foreign right outside your damn apartment that welfare paid for. You don't even understand the loop that they got you in, that they caught you in, the lasso. Let me tell you something. Cowboys still lassoing our ass, ain't they?
No Cap-tivity.
Come here, boy! Get over here, boy! They still doing that shit to our ass, ain't they? Treating our ass like kids and cattle.
And they're trapped in the system. Maybe a job comes up that looks better than welfare, but they're afraid to take it. Because if they lose it after a few months, and maybe 6 months or 9 months before...
Did you hear what he said? Let me play that one more time.
They're treated like children, not like responsible adults. And they're trapped in the system. Maybe a job comes up that looks better than welfare, but they're afraid to take it.
Does that sound familiar? What this guy is saying, does that sound familiar? He said, maybe a job comes up, but they're afraid to take it because they've become complacent and dependent on welfare. Does that sound familiar even with people today? Does it? Let me rewind what this man just said. Here we go.
Supervisor who can tell them whether they can live here or there, whether they may put in a telephone, what they may do with their lives. They're treated like children, not like responsible adults. And they're trapped in the system. Maybe a job comes up that looks better than welfare, but they're afraid to take it. Because if they lose it after a few months, and maybe 6 months or 9 months before they can get back onto welfare.
What kind of fear you have to be under to not take a job that's paying better than welfare? What kind of fear do you have to be up under to not take a job that's paying better than welfare? What kind of psychological stronghold do you have to be under? That you're so afraid to take a job that's paying better than welfare because you think you might lose the job and not be able to get on welfare in a timely manner, like, you know, being that you had welfare once before. What kind of psychological stronghold do you have to be under? What is welfare witchcraft? That's what I want to know. Is welfare witchcraft? Because it's people living like that right now to this day. A job opportunity has came up, a good job. You know, now you got to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning versus welfare. You know, you got to sleep in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You almost move around like you got your own business. No, you don't got your own business. You got welfare. That's why. You got welfare. You don't got your own business. That's why you get to sleep in. You got welfare. Right? But the fear of independence, it's almost like a child. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. It's almost like a child being afraid to leave the nest. Like a child afraid to leave home and be independent and sow his raw oats. Go out in the world and sow his raw oats and see what he can provide to society. because his parents have coddled him for so long, he's afraid to lose that covering. And I'm going to tell you something. It looks worse on a man. It looks worse on a man that becomes dependent on welfare than it does a woman. It looks bad on both parties. But a man just being reduced to a damn childlike behavior. That is so degrading.
And as a result, this becomes a self-perpetuating cycle, rather than simply a temporary state of affairs. Maureen Ramsey is head to bottom.
And isn't that's what it was supposed to been for in the beginning? A temporary state of affairs. Isn't that what it was originally? Isn't that's what it was supposed to be for? Just a temporary aid. That's it. But welfare for a lot of people became a damn career choice.
Food and clothes for her family out of a government handout. For the whole of that time, her husband Steve hasn't had a job. Each week he collects what's known in Britain as Social Security. The government looks after him, his wife, and their children. But accepting welfare payments means accepting the rule.
And there you go. There's a white family. I told you just weren't black people now.
A self-perpetuating cycle, rather than simply a temporary state of affairs. Maureen Ramsey is head to buy food and clothes for her family out of a government handout. For the whole of that time,
it's not just black people. It's a mindset. Now, what demographic did welfare hurt the most? We can argue that. We can argue that it hurt black people more than any other demographic. Yes, we can argue that. But we should know by now it wasn't just black people.
Husband Steve hasn't had a job. Each week he collects what's known in Britain as Social Security.
Look at this sorry ass. Tell me he ain't had no job. Listen, it was some sorry ass white man out there too. Look at it. He just sitting down watching TV and like smoking in the house, lighting a cigarette. His wife done just came from the damn grocery store and he just sitting there. Probably beat on her ass.
The government looks after him, his wife, and their children. But accepting welfare payments means accepting the rules of the...
The Congress said the Moynihan report says otherwise. Well, when we get done with this, you're more than welcome to hit the link, bro. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a short discussion about this.
Those who hand them out.
My opinion, anyway. You feel as they own you. You know, there's no other way of putting it. Say I got a job tomorrow because I needed something. Well, I know that I've got to go down there and report it. Because I couldn't go into the job because you'd be looking over your shoulder thinking, well, the Social Security's coming in. I'm going to be done for it. It's just hopeless. You can't fight against it.
The jobs around now these days, you only come up with about £45 a week. And then you deduct your stamp out of that.
So this was across seas. This, what is it, 45 pounds? What's that, y'all? That's Europe? That's UK?
No cap.
Sound like they in UK. It's everywhere. I'm telling you, man, poor motherfuckers is everywhere. They went all the way to the welfare. They went all the way to the UK. So I was wrong. This white family was not in the United States of America. And if you notice, the family that they highlighted in the United States of America was a black family. I mean, we know there's white people on welfare too, right? But this was in the UK. They don't show y'all this shit. They don't tell y'all this stuff. They don't tell y'all this. Welfare is not just a black mindset. No. It's a poor man's, it's a financially handicapped mindset. I'm not even going to say a poor man's mindset, because some men have a plan. They get on welfare, like I said, it's a temporary aid, and they use it for what it's supposed to be used for. Right? And they're able to save money, and they're able to invest. They're able to, find another job that's paying better than welfare. And they're going to be dedicated on the job.
He'll finish up with about £39. So what good is he working when you still get the same thing? You know what I mean? I can't see any sense of it.
Of course, he's quite right that it may not pay him to get a job now. That's not his fault, and I don't blame him. He's acting sensibly and intelligently for his own interest and the interest of his family. It's the fault of a system which takes away the incentive from him to get a job. But suppose you were cruel and simply took away the welfare overnight, cut it off. What would happen? He would find a job. What kind of a job?
Do y'all believe that? If they cut off your welfare, you would have no choice but to find a job. They call it sink or swim. That's it. Either you're going to sink or swim. So I guess what this guy is proving right now is that welfare is a type of coddling. Right? It's an extreme type of coddling. Allowing you to be content with your current financial situation, being taken care of by the government, being treated like children.
I don't know. It might not be a very nice job. It might not be a very attractive job. But at some wage, at some level of pay, there will always be a job which he could get for himself. It might be also that he would be driven to rely on some private charity. He might have to get soup kitchen help or the equivalent. Again.
And can I tell y'all something? This is my first time watching this too, right, with y'all. This is my first time watching this. I seen a clip of this documentary and I downloaded it and I wanted to watch it with you. This is my first time watching this with the No Cap crew.
I'm not saying that's desirable or nice or a good thing. It isn't. But as a matter of actual fact as to what would happen, there is little doubt that he would find some way to earn a living. The American government is trying to break the welfare trap. These people were unemployed. They're now being trained at the taxpayer's expense. It may, or may not, lead to a real job. The officials of the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare are dedicated people. Their motives are good. Their achievements are not. The results of these programs have been disappointing. Why? I believe that the basic reason is because it is very hard to achieve good objectives through bad means.
So, this guy, Mr. Friedman, says the results of the welfare program was very negative. Let me get his exact words. What did he say? Right here.
Disappointing. Why?
He said he believes the results of welfare was very disappointing. That's what he said. He's going to tell you why again.
I believe that the basic reason is because it is very hard to achieve good objectives through bad means. And the means we have been using are bad in two very different respects. In the first place.
So, I mean, this guy sounds like he might be a Republican. I don't know. Friedman, that's his name, Friedman. Sounds like he might be a Republican. I'm gonna let y'all know. Freeze is not a Republican, nor is he a Democrat. I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat. I don't subscribe to that shit. I don't subscribe to that bullshit. I subscribe to self-preservation, working hard, investing your money, absorbing as much information as you can, and being ahead of the curve. Now, if that's a political party, I don't know what you want to call that. That's what Freeze is subscribed to, right? Here we go.
All of these programs involve some people spending other people's money for objectives that are determined by still a third group of people. Nobody spends somebody else's money as carefully as he spends his own. Nobody has the same dedication to achieving somebody else's objectives that he displays when he pursues his own. Beyond this, the programs have a insidious effect on the moral fiber of both the people who administer the programs and the people who are supposedly benefiting from it.
So this guy is acknowledging that the people that's administering this program, the power structure, they devils too. That's what he's saying.
No Cap-tivity.
He's saying they devils too. Don't trust them. There's a reason why they implementing this into the families, the black families. There's a reason why they want you to be dependent upon welfare. That's why he's saying he know that the families was gonna get broken apart. He know that. He telling you that. He telling you how the game was gonna go. He telling you how the card was gonna get played. He knew that once you sign, it's almost like signing a deal with P. Diddy. Once you sign that deal, you sign a deal with the devil. It's hard to get out of that thing. Real talk. That's what welfare is. Once you got to sign on the dotted line. Once you sign on the dotted line, it's hard to get up out of that contract. You always have to have a will to win. Damn P. Diddy, we don't need P. Diddy.
I'm at the club.
This is a special live stream. Everybody that's tuned in, guess what? We gonna know. Let me tell you something. This is very empowering. I don't care how bad you're doing right now. I don't care how bad you're doing right now. I don't care how much money you're making right now. You can do it. You can do it. Okay? And I know when you wake up, it gets hard. You know, a lot of us, sometimes it gets so hard and it gets so discouraging. When you wake up in the morning, you don't even want to get out of bed. I get it. It be like that for Freezy too. But guess what? It's the special people that keeps pushing. It's the special people that push past that depression threshold, that push past that negative threshold. Shout out to Trey White.
Super chat.
Shout out to Trey White for the $10 super cap. He said, yo, I really appreciate you, bro. I'm a little turned tonight. That's what he meant to say. I'm a little turned tonight, but I really appreciate your advice, and I would really appreciate it if I could email you and get info on personal level, bro. However,
no Cap-tivity.
Does any one of the moms remember my email address? Matter of fact, let me put it in there. Let me put my email address in here. We brothers, man. All of us, we brothers, man. We're brothers. That's my Trey, that's my email address. Email me, bro. Appreciate that, Glow. We have to encourage one another. We have to uplift one another. I don't know if you guys notice. I'm gonna get into it, man. I'm gonna get into it.
For the people who administer it, it instills in them a feeling of almost godlike power. For the people who are supposedly
Did y'all hear what he said? Let me play that one more time.
benefiting, for the people who administer it, it instills in them a feeling of almost godlike power. For the people who are supposedly benefiting, for the people who administer it, it instills in them a feeling of almost godlike power.
Do y'all know what he meant by that? I see you, Drip. I see you. Do y'all know what he meant by that? He said the people that administer welfare, it almost gives them a feeling of God-like power. What did I just tell y'all? What did I just, what?
No captivity.
What is he trying to say? Can y'all read between the lines? Huh? You're signing a deal with the devil. That's what you're doing. The Bible speaks against loftiness and laziness. The Bible speaks against that. It's very, it's just very embarrassing to be a lazy man. It's very demeaning. It's not good to be a lazy man. And men get depressed. I want to talk about men have anxiety disorders. Men get depressed, right? That's why we need women. That's why we need women to come to our aid. But this whole dynamic is destroyed and is messed up. That's why I showed the older couple in the beginning, because they got it right. They came up in an era where that nature of relationship was still intact. Trey White is right. PTSD is real. It is real. So our brothers got to stick together. He said the people that administer welfare, they feel like they have a godlike power. You know why? Because more than likely it was strategically put in place to destroy families. That's why.
No captivity.
The power structures needs to stay the power structure. The power structure cannot afford to empower you. It's going to take us to empower each other. It's going to take you to empower yourself. How do you empower yourself? You actually absorb information. You read literature. You read. Stop acting like you know every damn thing. I just did a damn Instagram reel. Y'all need to check it out. No Captivity with Freezy, right?
No captivity.
That's what we're here for. We got to stick together, man. I'm telling you.
For the people who are supposedly benefiting.
The conquerors say black women took the deal. We're going to talk about it because I just showed men actually subjecting themselves to welfare as well. You'd be surprised, the conqueror, his black men actually signed on the dotted line as well.
It instills a feeling of childlike dependence. Their capacity.
Matter of fact, hold on, let me do this because I get to going. Because we do got a new sponsor. We do have a new sponsor. We do got a new sponsor. Let me see. Shout out to my dog, Drip.
No captivity.
And Drip is the new sponsor of tonight's show with a $25 cash cap. He said, poverty mindset. We gotta do better. Drip.
No captivity.
Let's go. Drip is the new sponsor of tonight's show with $25. Let me see. Let me make sure I spelled it right before. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Drip. I appreciate that, bro. I see you, hot sauce. You said black men do not get social service men. I see you. We're gonna talk about it, right? I'm not saying, well, this is the thing. He said black men don't get social service benefits. Black men can get welfare. Are you saying black men don't get welfare, hot sauce? Because if you're saying that, I would highly disagree with that.
Atrophies. The result is that the programs involve a misuse of money. They do not achieve the objectives which it was their intention to achieve. But far more important than this, they tend to rot away the very fabric that holds a decent society together.
So that was the short documentary. I think there's a longer version of that documentary called Free to Choose. You guys can, you know what? I might leave the link in the description so you guys can check it out on your spare time as well. But I wanted to just I first and foremost wanted to share that with you guys so we can have a brief discussion, right? What is this? Oh, I'm gonna show this to y'all too. I thought this was I thought this was funny. Hold on, here we go. Y'all look at this. This is funny. This is supposed to be a teacher upset with the student. Now look at the test. Do y'all see the test up there? It say 66 plus 99. 66 plus 99. Do y'all see his answer? He put a 6. He put a 6 on top and a 9 on the bottom, and he's saying that's the answer, whatever that figure is. I don't know. Then 44 minus 1. So he took the 1 off of the 4 and made an L. Okay, 3 times 3 is supposed to be 9. He put a 3 times 3 and made 2 hearts. And 88 divided by 88. So he divided the top circle and the bottom 0. Man, and I don't even want to read it, but watch how the teacher, watch how they say this is supposed to be a you know, I don't know, a depiction, my bad, a depiction of how mad teachers are with students nowadays. Watch this.
and God ain't pleased. And this is why teachers are quitting today. Look at the answers, and you can't get mad because they right. They right. 66 plus 99 together, that's what you get. 44 minus the 3 times. Put the 3's again. 88. If you divide the 8, the 2 0. And look, I mean, you can't get mad. Fill in the blank with the correct word. I mean, I'm praying for y'all teachers, man, because I'll pass them.
And so this is what I be speaking on. I know this is far-fetched. Shout out to Slimmy, man, just came through the door.
No Cap-tivity.
I know this is a little extreme, but we have to bring back achievement. We don't, like this generation, as the generations progress, achievements are getting more and more extinct. Like the achievement mindset, should I say, is getting more and more extinct. And I don't know if this test is a joke. I mean, it gotta be a joke. They making it seem like this a real test. I don't know. Look how mad this teacher was. Now we know this probably was a dating show and they just put teacher up there and me with her. But that's how, if I can imagine, that's how frustrated a lot of teachers are in the public school system, man. The teachers are quitting left and right. Not to mention teachers aren't getting paid worth shit. Right? put the link in the chat. Let me put the link in the chat. We could talk about it a little bit. JT, what's going on, bro?
Super chat.
Here we go. There's the link, man. You know, we can chop it up a little bit. You know, y'all can tell me, give me y'all take on the demise of the black household and the role that welfare played, and just your take on everything as far as like the men in conjunction with the women, the husbands in conjunction with the wives, the fathers in conjunction with the mothers. The Blade Will Never Die is in the building. What's going on, bro?
No Cap-tivity.
Easy, how are you?
Just chilling, man. I just wanted to cover this topic. I know it's late, but I seen the documentary and I just wanted to go live, man. You know.
No, it's early for me, man. I don't have to go to work until a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's lunchtime here. So yeah, I just want to add a couple fun facts if I could.
Go ahead,
and
bro.
Then so first, we got to understand something. After the stock market crash in 1920s, FDR put together a bunch of alphabet soup, or put together alphabet soup, which is those 3-letter words for all these different institutions, and it kind of reshaped America. Now, in the 1930s, everybody is poor. White, black, middle class, upper middle class, everybody lost their wealth because of the Great Depression, right? So basically, everybody was on social services. Now, the reasons why whites came out and blacks did not, because whites had access to the, I forgot what it's called, but it's similar to the Affordable Housing Act, right? White people got access to loans to get homes. White people got access to military jobs and things like that, right? And then after the 1920s, you had the Korean War and the Vietnam War, where America, you know, revitalizes its economy. People went to the military right after high school for the most part, and then everything became okay.
Well, actually, the actual Social Security Act didn't erect until 1935, though, right? You will, right? That's
right.
Fact.
No,
okay.
I'm saying in the 30s is when when those alphabet soup social services came, right? Is after 1929 Great Depression, right? The Great Depression is what spurred this stuff, right? So exactly. the Housing Act, Social Security, social services, welfare,
it was a lot of poor white people walking around. That was saying.
Right. Everybody is in 1930. Everybody is poor. Farmers are poor. You had the Dust Bowl, things like that. Everybody is poor in the Great Depression, right? Mm-hmm. So just everybody, even colleges are poor, right? So everybody is poor, right? The Great Depression, everybody's homeless. You had 10 cities, things like that. Mm-hmm. But in the 30s, FDR enacted these different institutions that was called the alphabet soup to get America back on its feet, right? So getting into World War II helped make America money. A Korean War helped make America get money, and the Vietnam War helped get America money. And then that's where you have the GI Bill, where whites came back from war and could get all these different benefits, go to college or get a home and things like that. But black people remain locked out, right? They kept them on welfare. Now, so that is the background, the context. Now, the problem with us, from my humble opinion, is two things. Mm-hmm. Number one, we didn't want to suffer, right? Black women refused to suffer with their black man, right? Because to get welfare in the 60s and 70s, right, man could not be in a home, right? The movie Claudine with what's the motherfucker's name? The dude from who plays Darth Vader? James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. Watch that movie Claudine, right? It highlights that, right?
That's what you talk. He was he stepped into a family where she had like 7 kids, 6 or 7 kids, right?
Yeah. And remember, every time the social worker would come, he had to run out. She had to hide his clothes. He had to hide his kid. right? So Claudine depicts that perfectly of what we had to do in there. So you had that, and then on top of that, if and when you do your research, black men, it's really hard for black men to get social services. That's why the majority of homeless men are black men, right? We're the majority, because it's really hard, because social services is really designed for the children. So wherever the children are is where the benefit goes, right? Section 8 is for the children. Welfare is for the children, actually, right? That's how social services are designed, right? It's not actually for women or men, it's for the children. So when women keep the children, so they get the benefits. And if you're a man without children, it's extremely hard for you to get those benefits. Extremely hard. So that's what I'm saying.
This is the thing. I thought you were saying men don't get it, right? But now that you put it in its proper context, I do agree with that, because just because of the social aspect of it, as far as like with the courts favoring women more and all that kind of stuff, I get that, and most of the time women get custody of the kids and all that. I get that, but I do know guys who are independent without, they have kids, but they're living alone without kids or anything.
Yeah, but is it disability?
Well, they qualified for welfare. Government
but is
assistance.
it disability or is it welfare? Because
it's welfare.
I know
they get a stipend. They get a stipend, they live in a nice apartment and all that kind of stuff, man. They get subsidized housing, all that.
Right, but what I'm saying is that it's
but I'm not
hard.
discounting what you said. You're absolutely right. That's far and in between. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So basically, so the situation is here now, right? And another thing I want to say is this: everybody gets welfare, and corporations get the most welfare. Corporate welfare is 3 times the size of normal welfare or social services, right?
Right.
So you cannot, in a democratized country, you cannot operate without the government. And so so I'm saying that to say this: the reason why the black family is in this situation is because of welfare, because black women decided to live not comfortably, but take the benefits of welfare instead of suffering with her man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's another thing, right? And that also shows proof, because it's harder for men to get social services. Because if I could get social services and she could get social services, then it would make sense for us to stay together, right? And have a two-parent home family, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work that way, right? It's hard. Like, one, men and women can't be together to get all the social services, and number 2, it's hard for men to get social services support. So all that to be saying is where I'm going to land my plane is this: at the end of the day, for us to get back on track, we need a couple things. We need people like P. Diddy, we need people like Dr. Dre, and we need people like 50 Cent to stop selling their companies, because we cannot expect white people to hire us more than our own people who own companies to hire us, right? Because you can have the education, you can have the gumption, but when you have the skills and you're qualified, where do you go? Because there's no spaces for us, because there's not enough black companies.
Right, but here's the thing. This is what I believe. With the totality of the matter, right? These the black companies that I believe, if black companies that are going to come to black people's aid need to be let me see, in better in more good faith, should I say? I don't know. Like a lot of these companies, 50 Cent can employ black people, right? But it's not like he has like a production line or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he has like a huge production line that he has product and all that kind of stuff. Even P. Diddy, these guys are well, P. Diddy is a billionaire, Dr. Dre is a billionaire, but most of these guys net worth comes from it's not because they own their own huge conglomerate. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. The reason why I mentioned those three in particular is because this. Reason why I mentioned P Diddy because he has his own production company. People who are interested in art and media and stuff like that can go work there. The reason why I mentioned
That's a
Dr. Dre
good
was
point.
because Beats by Dre, right? He sold that to Apple. If he would have kept that, that could be, you know, storefront owners, redistributors, repair people, all black. That could be working in some type of situation with Beats by Dre. And same thing with 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent is one of the best showrunners in around, right? He has so many different shows, Power, whatever, right? He has his own production studio, right? Again, now he can't hire all black people, but again, that's where black people can go.
I understand what you're
many
saying.
more, right? Like, and many more other black people that are selling their business.
The biggest letdown was what's his name? Robert Johnson, who used to own BET.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
huge letdown, dog.
Right, same thing with him. And then 50 Cent even had a water, right? A water a brand, right?
Vitamin water. Well, he got equity in it. It wasn't his, but it was a small water brand, but he got equity in it in the beginning. So
yeah, so the thing about well, I'm not gonna say we keep because I mean I don't know what kind of pressure because American capitalism is that once your company is big enough, you start to buy other companies, right? That's part of entrepreneurship, right?
Right.
You have the startup phase where you start it. Then you have the growth phase where you try to grow it nationwide, maybe even international if you're good enough. Then after that, it's about buying up your competition. So, and there's pressure there. But even Ice Cube, right, with the big three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We need to make sure he keeps that because when qualified blacks, that's the place we can go.
You're trying to push them out too, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, bro.
Right, because we can't say be independent and get off welfare if qualified people don't have anywhere to go. Because then we're like, no offense, then we're like the Africans, engineers that are just taxi drivers or engineers that's going to other countries to work because they can't find good work in their home country.
Well, what do you say to this? There are black people that say black people should not depend on other black people to sustain their businesses. Black people businesses aren't going to be sustainable unless they actually market their business to other demographics, especially the majority of demographics, which would be white people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people feel as though, it's like more of a cuckold mentality to depend on black people to sustain your black business, right? What do you think about that? I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I want to know what you think about that.
No, they're absolutely right. All of my businesses, with the exception of one, because it's in Africa and everybody's black, right? All of my businesses, actually, I don't have any black customers. They're absolutely right about that. But what I'm talking about is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the beauty nail salon, right?
Yeah.
Their customers are not Asian, but everybody working in that motherfucker is Asian.
And that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
That's no Cap-tivity. You can sell your shit to blacks, Asians, whites, whoever, but make sure you do it to Asians. Everybody in that motherfucker is Asian. We go to Chinatown to eat Chinese food, right? White people in Chinatown eating Chinese food, right?
So what? I'm gonna get Fanny P in there too. But so what are you ultimately saying, though, Hot Sauce? Are you saying that you don't see that type of confederacy amongst blacks?
Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying four things. Point number one. The reason why we're in a situation and we can't get along together is because black women, I hate to say this, man, and I say this respectfully, are not race loyal. They refuse to suffer with us together. Number two. Well, welfare is, everybody needs welfare. Everybody's used welfare. When you see these immigrants coming over here, they're on welfare. When you see the Asians come open up stores and they don't have to pay taxes for 7 years, that's welfare. You cannot do business without welfare. It's needed. Number 4, we got to stop with this pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Everybody's not going to be an entrepreneur. We have to have some level of Freezy's going to be a business owner, but I'm going to be a damn good worker, and I'm going to work for him, and I'm going to bust my ass, because black businesses means black employment, right? And black employment means black families. That's okay. And then the last thing I'm going to say is this: if we don't change that mentality, UBI is coming. Right, automation is here. There's a World Economic Forum already said 85 million jobs are gone globally by 2027.
Is it going to be devastating? Will a lot of us get flushed out?
A lot of people is going to get flushed out, and the reason why we're going to get flushed out is because we didn't have enough black businesses selling to everybody, but supporting them and working for them. So we're going to get hit the hardest. So what I'm saying is this: we still have time, man. We still have time. But what I'm saying is this: start supporting your black businesses. Grocery stores, you got to make a concerted effort. Start making a point to start supporting your businesses, because at the end of the day, you're going to have two options. Either you're going to be on UBI, Universal Basic Income, or you're going to support those black businesses to where they can grow and hire us. That's going to, or you're going to end up like me, living abroad for 20 years. Right?
Man,
that's going to be the bottom line.
Shout out to Hot Sauce, man.
No Cap-tivity.
This why I got friends in hot places. Listen, shout out to Fanny. Fanny, give us your thought, Fanny. What do you think about just take a stab at it? How you feel? First of all, how you doing?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Doing pretty good.
Hey, shout out to you, Fanny.
What's going on? Well, first I want to say that I remember going on a podcast and they asked me about do I believe in like black owned businesses, and like do I just support black owned, and they were surprised at my response. I was saying that I don't consider myself a black owned because on my part-time job I'm a personal trainer. So they always ask me like, oh, do you only like train black people? Are you a black owned fitness company? And I'm a black owned fitness company. And I was like, no. And they was like, why won't you be this? Why won't you be that? And and I was just trying to explain to them how it was going to dim the opportunity for me to make more money if I classified as that, or if I dove only in that direction. So, so I just wanted to say that, and I just thought that was like a bad idea, and it really doesn't help you. You got to be able to do business with everybody. So, the other thing I wanted to say with AI, I really think that first, every time I get off social media, I started learning that more and more people are away from what's going on in the real world right now. Because we look at so much social media and we don't understand that we're not growing because we're so stagnant, because we keep looking at social media but not realizing that we're not applying ourselves. So that's why we're going to get hit so hard, because right now, I don't know if you know, but I'm in school right now for information technology. And so we talk about it a lot, about AI and cybersecurity, and just anything when it's coming to like growing in a direction where technology is going to take over. And it's just so sad to see the black community to be they're behind, and they just don't know, they don't understand. And I talk to my own parents, and I'm like, Dad, I'm like, Mom, like, y'all got to get some skills, because I mean, I understand I'm y'all daughter, but I'm expecting to take care of y'all in y'all 70s, not y'all
Are they
50s.
would you say they're computer illiterate somewhat?
Yeah, like my dad is like 50. My dad's 51, so it's like even him trying to start a business or even going back to school, because he drive concrete trucks, right? So he's not really using any of his skills other than driving and talking on a mic. So
but 51 is not old.
Really, I know, but over time, like, so I'm 27, so I can see that they don't really know anything, because based on the things that I'm using right now in my job and everything like that, they're not even tapping into it at all. So just imagine what it's going to be like in 10 years. They're not even thinking about those skills. And I'm only using these skills because this is my day to day, but it's going to be people day to day in 10 years. But if you're not even applying that for the next 10 years, just imagine how dumb you're going to be, in the sense of like not knowing technology. That's why technical support is going to be so big in the industry for seniors, because a lot of people won't know how to use technology. So But
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing. Like a lot of people, I think we've become so complacent. Social media has made us so complacent, and it has given us a false sense of importance. You know, if we log on, if we come on to, if we log on to social media, depending on how many likes we get and follows we get, we think we're relevant enough to, you know, to throw elbows in society, and it's the matrix all over again, right? The people that's winning, you know, don't even care about that shit. You understand what I'm saying? They don't even care about that. Unless you're in the social media business like me, I need followers. I need likes. It's a business for me. But if you just freelancing and stuff, I'm telling you, like, social media is like now I can see if you just following somebody in particular, but if you just all over the place, you're on Instagram, you're checking, you're taking all these half naked pictures. It's just you're not. I can understand if you're on social media and if you're getting substance. You understand what I'm saying? But if you just all over the place and you just taking, half naked pictures, or you just want somebody to see your car, you just want likes and stuff, and I read a study, I forgot, I don't know if you guys seen this, about the average time a person actually spends on social media. I was flabbergasted.
Yeah. Like black people are like 50 times more than everybody else on social media.
Bro, I forgot how many hours it was, but it was almost unrealistic.
Like
it was
16
almost
hours.
Huh?
16 hours.
Yeah, it was something
16.
like that. Like they had
like
just
that, yeah.
enough time for sleep.
Yeah.
And I first I didn't believe it. I was like, "Is this shit real?" God
It's
damn.
real, bro.
Y'all hilarious. Fraser, you hilarious.
No, for real. Like man, you know what? I should have downloaded that video. Cause when I seen it, it really put it in perspective. And guess what? I'm going to hold myself accountable as well. Because when I had downtime at one point in time, I used to just always catch myself on my phone, on Facebook. Back then, Facebook was the shit, like before Instagram took off. Facebook was, everybody was on Facebook.
Yep.
That's where all the nosy people go. You know what I'm saying? Especially
No,
yeah. Facebook is for like your local area who you want to see who got pregnant, who fought, who got fired, who died, all that kind of stuff. Who got cheated on, who getting a divorce.
Yeah.
That's
before
what
that,
Facebook.
Black Planet and MySpace.
Exactly, right?
So hold on. So and this is what I mean. Black Planet. If Black Planet would have been supported and stayed online, Black Planet should have changed the name, but instead of Zuckerberg, it would be a black person as a billionaire. You feel me? You see, because we gotta start doing better, man. We gotta start doing better.
Well, listen, even now though, there's a guy by the name of Isaac Hayes III just bought into the social media platform Fanbase.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Fanbase is predominantly owned by black people. I don't know, I'm just shooting off the hip, but
we gotta support it, because the thing about it is, it's just that the way jobs work and the future of work and the future of the economy is going to change a lot, right? Like YouTube will be the largest employer in America in the next 3 years, right? They're going to be the largest employer in the next 3 years, right? Kids in high school right now, according to the Wall Street Journal, are saying when they graduate, they just want to be a YouTuber, right? You got automation coming in, taking away redundancy jobs, right? You're going to have UBI coming in because there's just not going to be enough jobs for everybody.
No,
right?
facts, because I talk to my friends all the time. So like 25, 26, 27, like they like, oh, they like, Fantasia, you want to work for somebody? I was like, Well, my real name is Fantasia. So they were like, do you want to work for somebody? And I'm like, what's wrong with that? And they'll say, I ain't working for nobody. You just want to sit at a desk and do this. I'm like, y'all ain't got no money. Y'all talking about being entrepreneurs. Y'all don't even know how to get business funding, nothing like that. And it's crazy because everybody want to work for themselves. They want to be entrepreneurs. They want to be somebody who is a content creator, influencer. But I'm like, y'all can't even get up for y'all 9 to 5. Y'all ain't ready for no being no content creator. Y'all are lazy, you know. So
Maybe I know. And shout out to Fanny P, man. She said I love this show. Fanny P, guess what? We love you too. We love you, Fanny. Real talk. But maybe y'all can speak to this. How do we develop such a deficit when it comes to financial literature pertaining to black people? Right? It seems like we're so behind when it comes to understanding the importance of investing money. We spend a lot. How did we get here? How do we get to the point where we don't a lot of us don't even consider that shit. Like, even like, let's just be honest, even 50 Cent and Jay-Z, they wouldn't understand, they wouldn't really, emphasize a lot of this shit if they weren't rapping. They started out rapping just like the rest of these motherfuckers. But a lot of us don't leave our households. A lot of us don't actually leave our households focused and with a financial plan and ready to invest and all that kind of stuff. You understand what I'm saying, hot sauce?
Yeah, I hear you. Like,
how do we get here? Is that systemic racism? I just want to know.
When it comes to economics, this is white supremacy, and I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why. So let's put things in context first. The average age of a person making their first $1 million is 50 years old.
Mm.
The average age of a person that makes their first $1 billion is 60. The average age of a person starting their own business, they're in their 40s, 41, 42, like Henry Ford and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you need work experience, or you should have work experience before you go out and start on your own, right? So let's kind of put that there, right? So Americans don't think about finances and financials until they're in their 40s, actually, right? Also, Rockefeller, Carnegie Hall, these are the pioneers of education, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys actually started free education. And Rockefeller said we need workers, not individual thinkers. So that's why finances is not taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
Because under the Prussian system and Rockefeller, it was like, no, we don't want them to learn finances. We want them to learn productivity.
So because it's not taught in school, you think that trickles down to inside the households, why parents don't actually emphasize that to their kids?
Exactly right. Because when we talk about financial literacy, everybody's dumb. White people are dumb. Black people, excuse the language. White people are dumb. Black people are inefficient as well. Everybody.
Fanny, did your family talk about financial literacy when you was growing up?
No, they didn't. And what's so funny is my brother, my mom, and my sister are really good with numbers. Like, you can ask my mom right now, like, what's this times this? And she's able to like spit out the number quickly. And even my brother, he even went to honors. He had went to all math classes honors, right? And he was really good with math and stuff like that. But he's in prison now. But what I'm saying is that everything else caught hold of them, and we couldn't even work on financials. So my mom couldn't even teach, money and all these different things, because she was just so indulged into other parts of life when it comes to growing up, in poverty. So no, I didn't experience that. Whenever I even try to tell them about financial literacy now, they kind of push me away, or even make me feel bad for knowing, because I'm unrealistic to them, So, but yeah, that's pretty much. I didn't learn it until I got into college. So
if somebody was dependent upon government assistance and they're in that rabbit hole, right? And they become complacent and almost afraid to actually get a job that pays more than the government assistance is providing, and they're poor, right? They're just impoverished. And I'm just assuming they don't sell no drugs or do a scamming or something like that, right? But I'm just saying, what advice would you guys give that person or that woman or that man, or most likely that woman, to work their way up out of that dark hole? Anybody can go first. Go ahead, Fanny.
Go first.
And listen. I'm not asking for a scholarly answer. Just let's just have a real conversation. Okay.
So the question was how you're able to help somebody out of a welfare or poverty situation.
Well, what advice would you give? What would you suggest they do? It could be something as simple as save your money. I don't care. Shit.
I think like, well, first of all, they gotta heal. I think that's what it stems from. Like, we make a lot of decisions off of unhealed things internally. So that'll be the first thing, and then the second thing, close their legs. Because I feel like I feel like the only reason why we broke is because we be fucking everybody. I swear to God, I think that
Cap-tivity.
You know I had to throw the bomb on that.
So that's the biggest thing to me. And then also, we celebrate too much when we in poverty. Like, even
you know what? Fucking feel good when you're depressed though, don't it? Don't it feel good?
Hello, look, ain't got no problems, but getting the orgasm.
Let's just have real conversations, you know?
Yeah. That's why so many people have babies in the projects. I mean, that's all we got time for. Like our rent low, we got food stamps, our kids go to school for free. We on welfare, so we got TennCare, like because I'm in Tennessee, so they got TennCare, which is like free healthcare, right? So like I haven't paid for healthcare until I was 26, so because I was on TennCare my whole life. So so that's that. So they got all these things that's taken care of, and then you can come home, you got a refrigerator full of food because your food stamps kicked in, and then you got this nigga that's coming in the house. He ain't shit, but y'all have fun together. And then after all the kids go to sleep, because they finna go to this ran down ass public school, y'all fucking. It's cool. Like, we ain't got no problems. We having grill outs in the projects. Like, we ain't worried about nothing. So it's crazy that, like you said that, because we dive right into lust because it feels good.
It's funny that you mentioned it, and you know what? I didn't even think you was gonna go that route, but I'm so happy you did, because it speaks to the psychology of when we do get depressed. People like to have sex. People like to look at porn. It's like a drug, right? It's almost it's synonymous with.
I'm sorry about that.
It's synonymous. It's synonymous with a temporary fix, sex. That's probably why more impoverished people end up having more babies than I don't know, like somebody that's high middle class or high class or something like that in another tax bracket, right? Maybe it's speaking to that. But you're absolutely right, and I think that there does take a certain amount of gumption and fortitude to work your way up out of that impoverished mindset and predicament, right? And just imagine you're on welfare, the government is taking care of you, you feel like shit, you feel like you're not productive, but you told the pussy up. See what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? You feel like somebody. I'm saying you feel like somebody now. You feel what I'm saying?
Breezy hilarious.
I'm saying, listen, you're poor, but you done slobbed on the knob, and this man done told you the best thing in the world.
Yeah,
that's a confidence boost. Go ahead, hot sauce. Go ahead, hot sauce.
So I want to say this. Okay, so when I was a kid, I was on welfare. Me and my brother, right? My mom used to give us $5 food stamps as allowance, because back then they had the bills, right? The $5, the $10, it looked just like money in a way, right? Like the first currency I saw was food stamps. It wasn't an actual dollar, right?
Right.
So one thing I would say is what I agree with Fanny on is this. You know what? You got to close your legs or keep your pants on, right? I didn't like one of the things that I knew that was going to keep me here is fucking. Because if I get a kid, I'm going to be poor for the rest of my life. So from till age 26, I didn't touch a woman until I was 26 years old. Second thing, you gotta kind of accept and realize where you're at, right? I'm poor. I'm at the bottom. It is what it is, right? I have holes in my shoes. I'm wearing I have 3 shirts that I gotta rotate throughout the week. Kids gonna make fun of me, so I gotta get my jokes ready to go back at them, right? You're gonna have to embrace that. But the good thing about that is this is that when you embrace the poverty and you embrace the hardship, when you start your own business, it's going to be better. Because one time when I start my own business, I was engaged to another woman before. She left me after I left my job, and I was in China, broke with holes in my shoes, right? And my mom was like, "You can just come back home, right? Come back to the U.S." And I said, "No, I'm going to stick it out." And there's nights where I'm sleeping on the floor because I couldn't afford the matches in fucking China. But I would tell myself, "I've seen this before. I've been poor before, and it didn't last. So I know I'm going to get out of it, right?" And I'm walking to the job in the rain with holes in my shoe, socks soaking wet, just ignoring it, getting that little bit of money and building it up. And from that, I was able to start my own business, save up a little money, invest more into my business, right? Like that. But the thing about it is you just have to have a mindset this number one, this is not going to last forever. Number two, embrace the difficult times because those difficult times is going to help you down the road when you reach other difficult times because difficult times are going to come. And
But
I'll leave it there.
hot sauce. Look what black people are fighting against though. Let's just pretend somebody does make up in their mind one day they wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna be more disciplined, right? I'm not gonna spend no money. I'm not finna go to the store. I'm not going to the mall. Hey man, you wanna go to the mall? Man, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying home. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating a little ramen noodles every now and then. I ain't gonna get mad at my wife. She cooking ramen noodles, beanies and weenies. You know, I ain't gonna cuss her ass out. You know what I'm saying? Cause I understand.
Not being weenies.
Yeah, I understand where we at, right?
That was me. That was me. I didn't go out. I didn't date this girl. I didn't do that. That was me. I didn't do that.
But hold on,
Because
look what we're fighting. But hot sauce, look what we're fighting against, though, right? Let's say you make that commitment. Now, guess what? You turn on your radio. You might want to go to a club, a sports bar, you know, a black sports bar, whatever. Guess what you're gonna be listening to? You're gonna be listening to Future. You're gonna be listening to all of these negative influences telling you to go spend the bag, go secure the bag, go get the bag, bad. You know. But what they really telling you is, look like a bag. Don't go get the bag, but look like a bag. Go get you a car, foreign car, and a new car, or go get you some Gucci, go get you some Louis Vuitton, and then it's a whole bunch of peer pressure, right? So listen to what I'm saying. Look at the design. So all you systemic racism people that listen. You might want to agree. You might want to listen to Freezer right now. You might want to agree. You might agree with me right now, right? So now all of these negative influences, right? It's not just discipline. With money, I think it also has a lot to do with segregating yourself from a lot of the influences that you used to subject yourself to, right? Like I don't even listen to I don't even really listen to rap music no more.
Well, I mean, two things we gotta understand, right? There's two things you gotta understand. One is there's going to be like the Bible said, the poor is always going to be with you. There's going to be a percentage of people that just want to be in the nigga shit, right? So you let them be niggas, right? Then there's going to be the group that's going to want to try better, but they need opportunities. Then there's going to be people like you and I, who's going to be self-disciplined, who's going to build those companies, and then going to hire the people who want to do better, right? I mean, everybody has their purpose.
That's a fact. Go ahead, Fanny.
I do want to add on to what Freezer was saying about separating yourself, because I'm not gonna lie, like it's only so much you can do when you're in the situation. Only way for you to really get away from it is literally leaving it. And
that's a fact.
And I've experienced it as well, just trying to elevate myself, because I even go back to the projects now to see some of the friends that I did have when I was younger, you know, I see them occasionally around the city, and I just be like, damn, that could have been me. But you know, only reason why it was a difference because I actually went to college, and then I got around. Not even gonna cap, but I had got around white people, and once I learned how they family operated, and I learned how they were, and all these different things, I was like, damn, I'm fucked up. Because look, I was like, damn, I'm fucked up because. And I wasn't trying to say that to myself. I was just saying that there's a lot of things I had to unlearn, basically. And but it is very difficult to try to figure out how to be better when you're constantly in it. That's why they say you got to have a moment of withdrawal, in a sense. So poverty is low key a drug and an addiction because of the different things you're doing inside of that. And it just whenever you want to be better, like, you just can't do the same things, you can't listen to the same things, you literally have to reprogram your brain. Because even listening to rap music, it, like, even when I listen what's so funny is I listen to a lot of R&B music, but some R&B music I got to cut off because it's too sexual, because I'm really practicing not trying to indulge in sexual activities, because I think that puts me in a bad predicament. But when I listen to very sexual music, it makes me think about things and think about people, and it makes me want to go to my text messages.
Most of black music,
Polly, don't laugh at me.
nowadays. Hold on, hot sauce. 1 second. And I will argue. Somebody would probably say I'm wrong, but most of black music, hip hop. I'm gonna just say hip hop. Most of hip hop tells you to go fuck something.
No Cap-tivity.
It tell you to go get your rocks off. It tell you to go fuck that bitch. It tell a woman to go suck that dick.
Yeah.
That
no
cat.
facts freezing. No facts freezing.
Are
That's
you,
how you gotta.
Fanny P, you out here slinging that cat? That's what
Absolutely
I'm hearing.
Fanny say
but
she ain't trying to sling that cat. You
yeah,
hear what she said?
I'm trying. Like, that's because that's something that I'm not trying to do. Because I was I told you I was in a long-term relationship, but ever since I got done with that, it's so easy to be like, let's go into a whole phase. But I said no, because if I go through a whole phase and I get pregnant, I'm a stupid bitch. Because I clearly understand that opening my legs can cause problems, because I'm not married. So, but that's a whole nother thing. But I do want to say that when I dance, because I used to dance. I just dance. I like dancing in general. But when I dance, and I dance to sexual music, and if I took a couple of shots or two, and then and I be listening to that music, it's on. I'm trying to do everything. Like, who next?
Here's the thing. Edie Man, I'm gonna get Miss Polly now. Edie Man said, what do country music tell you? And Just Jay say, country music tell you to do the same shit. Yes, I agree with that. But the only pushback I'm gonna give is, hip hop tell you to do it in a dysfunctional way. Like, they just tell you to just fuck all the hoes and fuck all the bitches, and the more bitches you fuck, I don't know. Am I wrong? Like, it's just a more dysfunctional instruction of fucking. I don't know.
It push you to make decisions based off of, like I said, lust. Like, you get horny just hearing some of the words collaborate with each other. You be like, damn. Like, especially when they present it a certain way, you listen to it, be like, damn, I fuck with that. I feel that. Got me tingling a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Fanny, go fuck that bitch after you leave the trap house. That's what they tell you. Yeah.
And niggas already be on drugs. They done smoked a couple of blunts. They be drinking. And what? And you talking about go fuck a bitch like this? Bet I'm finna get her. Like, and then don't let her be cute and y'all in the club. It's I'm taking her home, in her home. It's over. Like,
right.
And that's what they're saying. So it can be toxic.
And let me make it clear, we're not talking about black culture, and we're actually not even talking about hip hop and rap music. We're talking about how black people can stay disciplined, right? In times of poverty, right? Where you desperately need to save your money, you need to invest your money. That's what we're talking about. Some people might have came late and they got the wrong context of the conversation. But that's exactly what we're talking about. I'm gonna get Miss Polly in there 1 second. Let me see. Shout out to the Drip Show in the building for the $5 super cap. He said, she is a very freaky girl. You know what I'm saying?
Captivity.
Shout out to the
No,
Drip
he
Show.
not talking about me. No, he not talking about me. I don't know what he's talking about.
Fanny is a good girl. She was raised by her mom and dad, man. Fanny has great pedigree. I have to say that. You have really good pedigree.
Oh, that's Fanny. That's my
What's
sister.
that? Can you explain what that word means?
What, pedigree?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, pedigree means that you come from good family stock, good background.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Nah, cause I don't know. Thank you so much, though. I ain't gonna say nothing, cause my daddy hood as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, but we gang. Nah, that's great. Thank you so much.
Let me get Miss Polly's thoughts on it. Miss Polly, what do you think about this conversation is pertaining to a large demographic of black people finding themselves in an impoverished situation, having to subject themselves to government assistance and the stronghold that government assistance and welfare can have on individuals or an individual once they find themselves in it, and how hard it can be to crawl up out of it. What I'm saying, we've talked about the lack of financial literacy that we have. We've talked about the lack of discipline we have sexually, especially when, if we get depressed or psychologically or something like that there. We've talked about a lot of stuff. I think Hot Sauce brought up a lot of history. He brought out a lot of history as far as what you were saying, Hot Sauce, about the alphabet. I forgot what he was saying.
Oh, FDR and alphabet institutions.
Yeah, the
after,
alphabet. Yeah, exactly.
1929, Great Depression, everybody was poor.
Yeah, he gave a lot of history. So what are your thoughts on if somebody finds themselves in that predicament and defending themselves against keeping that mindset?
All right. So first, I think I would like to start with that you're most likely going to be talking about women.
Okay.
Right. So because the benefits usually go to the women for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, if you're getting benefits as a man, you and your family or whatever may be married, and you guys are just in a lower income situation. I'm sorry if I'm not talking loud enough. I apologize.
No, you're loud and clear.
Good. Okay, so I want to point out there's one big part of this that people leave out, and this is what gets people into the cycle, and they never get out of it. It is beneficial to stay in the system. It rewards you to not do anything, almost to the point where getting out is harder. The initial getting out is harder than to stay in. And I'll just give an example. If you're a woman, you have one child, you get some benefits. Yeah, you might want to work a little job.
Mm-hmm.
But the woman who has 2 to 3 kids will get 2 times the assistance, 3 times the assistance. And it actually benefits are higher when you have 2 children compared to 1. You will get more benefits. That even comes down to, even if you're going to school, let's say a lot of girls got knocked up and they went to college to be nurses or whatever. And while you're in school, you get those Pell Grants, things like that. You get more money with 2 children than you get than 1. So it's kind of like it's basically almost the point is encouraging you, because you would be okay with 1.
It's very
but you'll be
it's
2
very
times. It's incentive.
Yes, very incentivizing. Yeah.
Yes, and to get off, it's there is no middle time. So let's say people are, let's say you're like, I found this good job, it's cool, whatever. But as soon as you say you get a job, it's not even like you get 30 days to kind of acclimate and get your bills according to that. What happens is they cut you right off. And so a lot of those women, with that cutoff, it's so stressful, and they've been told it's going to be so stressful that they're like, dang, I only got 1 check. I can't do what I need to do yet. It's going to be a little bit rough for probably a month or 2. What they don't know is that, it's only going to be like a month or 2. It'll probably even out. You just have to be real tight with your budgeting. And that's where that lack of education comes, because no one shares that with them. So when they see it as, oh my gosh, if you know, I'm getting to the point I'm making too much money. I'm about to get kicked off these benefits. It's not going to work out. And sometimes, real honestly, a lot of people, if you do the math, a lot of them, they make more money, even though it's not cash money. They make more money with food, with healthcare, because they get usually full coverage healthcare, which most Americans can't really afford in the first damn place. So if you're getting full coverage insurance, which is, if you weren't, probably is like $300 to $400 with a family each, a month. If you are getting full coverage, no matter what happens to your children or whatever, you're also getting food assistance, and then maybe possibly you're getting rental assistance, and all you gotta do is work a part-time job. It actually, with all the benefits add up, you make as much as a middle class person. It's just that you don't have free cash on hand. You can't substitute your food money to go buy a nice dress or go get your kids maybe something for Christmas. But that's the only thing. Other than that, you're making about the same when it comes down to it. So it's not beneficial to get off. It actually could technically be more, harmful in their minds, because they don't know that, when you kind of weigh it out, it's better to have the cash. But a lot of women don't know that. And they're by themselves, and that kind of information is not given out. How to actually get off. There's not a lot of classes that, of stuff they give you or advice they give you to actually transition from being on welfare to off. So it's just like, okay, you get a good job, you're off. That's not helpful. What does that mean? What does that look like when I'm doing finances by myself? What happens? So it's just, I think in this situation also, you have to add in that. The advice I would give to someone like that is, yeah, I think you do, for the most part, need to look at what it is that you're trying to do with your life. What I mean by that is, what is your goal? Because if you are maybe somebody who's a worker bee, to be real honest with you, the way the benefits are coming out, a lot of people, moving off benefits, it's not, and they're not married and got no other teammates. They may want to wait till after their kids get old enough, and that just sucks. But if you don't have the information or that, you're in a real tough situation. So if you are in that situation, get educated in finances, get education in budgeting, find a plan for yourself to get out of that situation. Because other than that, you're just gonna, just keep taking hits, and you're not gonna want to take the hits. And so then you'll go back and, what feels comfortable. It's scary out there in a situation where you don't have benefits, especially for young ladies who don't know what that looks like. They don't even got parents who've never been on benefits. They don't know what it looks like. And so it's a scary world out there, not knowing what you're walking into.
That's a fact.
And then you fall back into bad habits.
That's a fact.
Go back to the main, just being honest. So if you don't have a plan, you're in some trouble. Yeah, go ahead, baby.
No, what I was gonna say was, first I wanted to address Miss Cassandra B. Cassandra B, I did get your PayPal, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is my second PayPal I've gotten since I started started running my channel a couple of years ago. This is the second PayPal I got. Let me see. Yeah, Cassandra made history. Let me read it. I'm gonna read it. She really made history too with this. Let me see. Let me type this in. Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to show it. Here we go.
Hot sauce, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Here we go.
Yeah, but I got to go in a few minutes because I have to head out.
Let me go.
So,
hold on, hot sauce. We got one more thing we're gonna cover. It's gonna take like 20 minutes. Shout out.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to Cassandra B, man.
No Cap-tivity.
And y'all know what this makes Cassandra the sponsor of the show. Cassandra just sent
Oh yeah.
$50, man. $50.
No Cap-tivity.
That's my sister, and I love Cassandra. I thank you, Cassandra, so much. I really appreciate you for helping me. Hey, Drill. Cassandra said, move over, dog. Move over.
No Cap-tivity.
The ladies been killing it lately. The ladies been killing it. You know, one thing ladies know how to do. You know what? One thing ladies know how to do is keep them damn lights on.
This one here for the thug.
I gotta keep them damn lights on for real talk. Man, shout out to Cassandra B. Let me
Yes.
change.
Okay, I'm gonna run out of here. I was supposed to be in bed. I
Hold
don't
on,
want
before
nobody.
you go, Polly, I wanted to ask you a question right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
1 second, just 1 second. Hold on. I'm making all y'all stay. Don't go nowhere. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so let me read this right quick, and then I'm gonna ask you the question. Let me see. Here we go. C4 article. Okay, right here it says, since black female-headed households are the most rapidly increasing proportion of all black families, the fact that they have not gained economic ground has more than offset the increases made by other types of black families. The report said the principal author of the report was the director of the center, Tom Joe, who was a welfare official in the Nixon administration. So this is a old. I want y'all to know this is a old article, and it came out in 1983. Okay, but the article right now is expressing 1965, right, when Nixon was off. And then it said, in one sense, according to some experts, single black mothers may represent a vanguard. These experts suggest that more and more white women will become single parents as they build a longer tradition of working and financial independence. But the far-reaching effects on the black community might be mitigated among whites, partly because white women tend to get divorced less often than blacks, and tend more often to remarry. So this is what I want to say. That was in 1965. The talks that we having now, as far as these manosphere talks and red pill, obviously it's done got worse. Shout out to Kareem. Shout out to Kareem in the building, man. What's going on, Kareem?
No Cap-tivity.
Kareem Missy is in the building. So let me ask you this. Obviously, the goal is to mend the families back together. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the goal. To me, a man and a woman teaming up, saving money, the interest rate is going to be lower. If you go to the bank, you try to get a loan. It's just a lot of advantages teaming up, But I wanted to say this, and I hope you can answer this, Polly, before you leave, because I'm gonna ask Polly first. Polly, what's the advantage? Is there an advantage in a polygamous relationship as far as financially? Have you experienced an advantage in a polygamous relationship? And if you have, can you just speak on it briefly, and then I'll let you go.
Of course. In this economy right now, to be honest with you, most people can't even stand on two incomes. 2 incomes is really difficult. Not saying nobody can do it, not anybody's doing, but it's still tough. You know what I'm saying? You're still kind of making that check kind of life. In the realm of poly, I will say that, having, 3 or more partners, it definitely changes everything. And especially, that's what they're trying to offset now. They're doing some legislation about it, is that it actually, you can maneuver around some of these issues where, nowadays you don't have to be married and still get the benefits of being married to someone through contracts and things like that. So what you could do is have, maybe one of your partners is stronger financially. You don't have to be married, but you can both be on the house. 2 of you can be on the house. you can be connected to the credit cards of another and still get your credit built up as joining together. And then as you guys build up, you get to add and add and add, and then you get to the place you want to be. And even if the benefit is maybe possibly being married to one to help the other, you can get married to one, and divorce and marriage to us, not everyone. It's at that point it's becoming a legal way to move around.
Right.
So maybe one of your partners has issues, health issues, and what the other partner has better benefits. Nowadays, you don't have to be married or be a wife. You can have two wives who have benefits with each other. And you can use her, you know what I'm saying? And they could just say, hey, this is the person I take care of. They're my partner, and they're on my insurance. So technically, they're getting to the point. I think there was a tripod, which is three partners. They were married, or they are married in their, their commitment. And, they had all kinds of things. And then they did decide to split up, unfortunately. But when they went, they had their contracts, and the courts were separating them. And you could tell the courts were like, oh, we don't. It's just like you could tell, like they wouldn't want someone to do this because of how much they had built. They had all kinds of things, houses, all kinds of things, and they just separated it. Three-way split at that point. But there's just like all of this stuff that you can do, and you can maneuver around the foolishness a lot better when you have these kind of commitments. And if you need legal bounding thing or binding things, you can still do that and be with 3 people, 4 people, whatever it is. So I do see the relief.
Damn,
I don't know if you
cool.
saw that one lady who's on I kind of don't look up to her, but I know she's polyandry, kind of like me. She has 2 husbands, she's all on all these TV shows and stuff like that. But even with them, you can hear, you can talk all you want about how you get think the guys are beta, whatever the hell it is, but look how they live. Look at how they bring in income. Look how they flourish, and each one of them is contributing in their own way.
So
and
Paul, you
that's
got
what
two
that
providers.
is.
Oh shit.
Well,
Huh?
and I know you didn't.
So you
I
got
know
2
you didn't
husbands?
think. Go. Oh, what you said, Blade?
I'm asking Paul. She has 2 husbands. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, well, right now I have 3 partners.
Oh shit. Okay,
Oh,
Pimpin'.
damn. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
this
you
is the
know.
thing. I know. I see.
So it's
I
4
wanted.
y'all.
I wanted her to answer that question because, a brother that I know from these spaces, he goes by the name of Omar Smith. I don't know if you talked to him before, but he's Muslim, and he has like he's a polygamist. He has 2 or 3 wives. I don't know. Some people in the chat could probably tell me better.
But Polly, she has like dudes, right? You have like 3 dudes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So she a
so the
pimp.
economics with a woman. So that's the other thing too, because like I said, there are women like me. There's groups and blah blah blah. But in the day, it's a little bit different when I'm the woman. So at the end of the day, it's like even though they're not together in that manner, like when we think about moving as one, it's still financially beneficial for even them and myself. But they're only pouring into one woman. When it's polygamous, they're pouring into several women, and those women may not work. Not saying they're not contributing,
So
but
hang on. I'm a little bit lost. I apologize. So you telling me you have 3 men supporting you and they're supporting each other financially?
it's no, not each other at this time. I'm gonna say at this
That was a
time.
good question.
But so Polly, you don't work at all.
No, I
She
do.
don't need
I
to.
do. I like to work.
Shit.
I like to work. That's just something I enjoy
But
to
you
do.
don't have to. But you
Don't
don't have to if you don't
I
want to,
don't have
right?
to.
Oh
Right.
Man,
wow.
y'all got Miss Polly fucked up out here, man.
Freezy, don't do it. Freezy.
Fanny, pimping is working. Fanny, pimping is working. And you know, Polly, I have a
No,
newfound respect for you.
no.
You are
No,
a pimp.
that's not what happened.
Hold on, Polly. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
You so damn dumb. Check the cash out.
Shout out to Drip. And you know Drip was gonna do it, man. With the $26.50. And he's back to Cash Cap, and he's back to sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $51.50. and he's
Oh,
Cassandra B. She knows she's my sister, but you know, fair is fair. So Drip is back the sponsor of the show. Thank you, bro. And Drip said, Just Jay and Randy, no cap tour coming.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to Drip, man. I got you. Go ahead, Polly.
no, okay. So I'll say I didn't have to work. Things like
He was
it
working,
was like
y'all.
that for a
Pimp was
long time.
working.
It was like that for a long time. Like so that because that's not what the position they wanted me to be in. Well, that's not a position my kid's dad wanted me. He didn't want me to work. So
So you got 2
that's just not
jobs.
something I had to do.
You got
Huh?
kids too, Polly?
Yes. Mhm.
And
So
I do.
you got 3 men.
Wow.
Right now, yeah. So like right now I'm trying to vet someone possibly for something a little bit different. And so like I start dating someone who's actually poly, and that I don't usually do. I do date monogamous people. So this gentleman is kind of poly, so this is different. Not that I haven't never dated anyone who's poly, but this is different because their mindset's like mine. So it's like we're building family, blah blah blah. So like at the end of the day, like we need to move as one and start like
So
collecting that together.
I apologize. I have to ask this. And I
Hot sauce,
apologize. I do
calm
not
down.
mean
Hot
to be
sauce,
offensive.
calm down.
I gotta ask this. So first of all, you got 2 jobs, right? You're pimping, and you got your regular 9 to 5. So
Oh
shout
wow.
out to you for that. So
No
I got 2
kidding.
questions. Number one, when are you free for a consultation? Because my pimp game ain't shit compared to yours. I need to learn something. Number
Jesus.
2,
Oh my God.
number 2, number 2, and you don't have to answer this, but are all the 3 men you mess with, are any of them with the father of your children?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you
So,
telling me you got 3? All right, none of my business. I'm gonna let it go. I'm just
I
walk
mean,
away.
I'm
This is
okay.
what
I
I
mean,
got.
I talk about it. So yeah, like so my
you
last
low key
like I have
lit. I
3
ain't
kids.
even gonna lie.
No,
I ain't
I had one. So my children and me, whatever. I was with the gentleman for like 15 years off and on, and like we're being monogamous, but he kind of had like a little lifestyle in him. And one day I told him what I'd like to do. I like to date another man, and he said, he said, okay, that's cool. You knew who the other person was. That's cool. We tried out. It was cool. Like no issue. Like they're not into guys, so it's fine. I'm dating both of them and whatever. But he thought it was more of a sexual interactions, and I don't like that. I'm not a lifestyler. Like I don't just have sexual interactions with people. So when he found that out, it kind of that's not what he thought it was, and so he didn't want me to have mental
So
connections with any other man. So it kind of didn't work out with us, but that's okay. And he was still part of me meeting the people or like, some of my partners who I've been with for like 4 years. So,
So he just
they're long
wanted
so
time.
you.
why not just date the father of your children also? I mean, shit, you got 3 niggas. What's
I
one
did.
more?
I offered. I mean, I was fine with that. He just said that he didn't want me to have mental connections with other men. He was okay with
So
the sex part.
he just wanted you to have a side nigga, but he didn't know that you was full blown falling in love with these niggas.
Oh, I yeah, no,
Like it,
and I did. Yeah, we had that
yeah.
conversation. I said, no, I'm
So
like, no, I
hold
want
on,
like a
you
whole
telling me?
boyfriend.
This
So
your boyfriend,
why
yeah.
not? Wouldn't it be better to just be with the father of your children and have these side niggas? I mean,
But it's not side niggas. First of all, it's not side niggas. But I also did let him know like I didn't have a problem, and we were all fine. And so while we're going through the process of separating, we still were like we talked about it and stuff like that. But he just I guess he had known me since I was like 17. So I think for him it was just like he just didn't want to do that, and I respect that. That's cool,
So
So
you are deeply connected to all 3 of these men?
yeah, I well the one that's newer, I started him about 8 months ago. So I mean, yeah, I
all
really
right.
vibe with him real well.
Them her
So you
Um,
telling
booze.
so
She
you
got
telling me
booze. Shoot.
so you
I'm
telling
very
me
Tell her,
it's
see
Polly.
this.
easier to make it's easier to work with 3 niggas instead of the children of your father.
no,
That's what I'm hearing.
so no, oh no. Like so,
No,
okay.
she wanted to be with
I
him.
always tell him I always tell him it's like he's still here. It's like a joke, but it's whatever. Like it's the same thing. He comes over, we all participate in kids' birthdays. We hear it all the time when it comes to money, insurance, all that stuff. It always comes to me. I haven't nothing's really much changed other than we're not having this sexual
Okay.
interaction.
So you in four niggas' pockets then. Salute. Salute
But
to
like
you.
you wanted to be with. See, you wanted to be with your baby dad, but he just didn't want to be with you under the circumstance that
Yeah,
you were in.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants monogamy, and that's respectable. I can't take that from him. Well, you know what? I lied. He didn't want no monogamy. He just didn't want me to have interaction with other people that wasn't just sexual. Because he was down. He was setting up stuff that I was like, "Whoa, Paul, sir, I don't want to do that." And so there was times like that's when we had the conversation because I got two calls from two different guys. Went to a party. And then I got two calls that night from guys like, "Hey, I thought you know, you gonna come over." And I'm like, "Why would I come to your house?" And they were like, "Hey, you know, he said you was into that." And I was like, "Oh no, sir."
Oh,
So
okay. So these dudes mean. I know what you mean because I know what you
they
mean
into
because
something
look,
else. I'm not into that.
look,
Yeah, no,
I know what you're
sir.
talking about. Cause that's like if you just got a roster and you know you got that main dude, that one that you do this with, want you one that you do that with, you know. So, but basically, like you're building relationships with all of them. So
Yeah.
my question is, why are you working? Cause look,
No,
I
I do like to work. I do like to work. I don't think anybody wants me to work, to be
that
honest.
like it's none to give up. It's none to set up 3 times a week, pop the pussy for 3 times a week, get about 5K a month. Start a side business. Look,
He just
then you can do.
Oh Lord.
Then it's a whole game.
Fanny,
It's a
Fanny,
whole game
Fanny,
for
you got
them.
me questioning you right now. Fanny, you got
Oh
me
my
questioning you
Lord.
right now.
Lord.
I'm questioning you right
Well,
now,
I mean,
Fanny.
I just started working full time like 8 months ago. I just
Nah.
started working full time.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
didn't
But
work
you've been
before.
dealing with them. You've been dealing with them like 4 years. So right.
Yeah,
Okay, so I
yeah.
understand. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, like, oh my God, girl, man, we gonna need
I
about seven
well like
thousand,
so
and
we had some
then we
people
need to.
putting in business ideas. Like,
Oh
they have
yeah,
business ideas they want to do. It's starting to get to the point where we're like thinking about other
yeah.
outside business. Like I have my own cleaning business that I do
You need
too.
to get yeah,
So
yeah.
they have
You need to get a
like we
house.
just kind of want to expand. Yeah, expand and
Yeah, you
start.
need.
I have like an 18-year-old. Starting to kind of expand what they're doing, start a
Yeah,
business, maybe they can take over it. Like there's lots of
yeah.
plans that I have.
You can start three LLCs. You can get 3 houses. Then one of the houses you can sell. You can put on Airbnb. So you can get the other nigga to go do this. Then get the other nigga to do that. Like it's a whole
Oh
shebang. Like you ain't gotta
Lord.
worry about
Fanny, Fanny, you
nothing.
Hey
know what,
man, hey
Fanny?
y'all
Fanny,
see the no
I
cap,
think
Fanny,
hey y'all see the no cap crew working, man. We working right now.
I
Fanny,
think you know what
Yeah.
Fanny.
I
Hold on, hold
think
on,
the
hold on.
one
Say this.
time what I heard
Let me just say
myself
this real quick.
I heard myself tell
Fanny,
somebody who I was dating, and they asked me, they said, "What are you trying to do? Build a city?" I said, "Maybe," because I was dating an electrical engineer from Afghanistan.
Hello.
I was
Ooh,
talking to
okay.
I had talked to a sheriff in Miami. I was
Oh, we
talking
up. We
to
up.
yeah, I was
so
getting
hold
kind
on,
of
hold on, hold on,
wild. I was like, "Wait a minute, man."
Oh, we
pause. So
trying to get these niggas on God. We
hold on.
trying to
So
get these.
Fanny, I'm just gonna have to take back my compliment earlier. I'm gonna have to take that back. You
What?
know too much. You know too much right now. Hey,
Oh
Miss
no,
Polly, I
You
see,
have
know
to
too
ask.
much.
No,
look,
Fanny,
look,
Fanny, I
look,
have
Fanny,
to
look.
she
ask.
just
I mean,
Fanny just a hustler. That's all. She just a hustler. That's
Polly, I
Yeah,
have
like
to ask.
Yeah,
that's all the energy. I be like y'all. I work in sales, so like that's my career. I work in sales. First off,
But
and
what you
then
selling though? What you
no
selling though? That shit.
software. Hold up,
Oh,
software, and
that's what
then
it.
you
she
gotta
said
Okay.
look, and
software.
then
Third down.
yeah, yeah. I work for a software company, so
Yeah,
Hold on. I just gotta ask one other question. One second. So, Polly,
yeah.
the sheriff, was he white?
yeah. No,
Oh
I
yeah,
always date black people.
Oh shit! No, see that's
we
no,
gotta get
see that's fucked up. That's
we
fucked
gotta
up.
get all these niggas. Probably we gotta get all these niggas.
What
Look,
you
so this what we gonna do.
Well, that's not. First off, that's not even fair because these are the people who come to me. I'll be honest. I'm not like an
Niggas
approacher.
is
So
getting
these are
killed in the
the
street
people
by
who come to me.
cops, and you're dating a old fake cop. My God,
Yeah,
my
we need a
God.
new car. We need a new
No,
car. What kind of car you want, Polly? It's over with. We need a new car.
It-
We need
this is
we
gonna get all this gonna get wild.
Listen,
Giving it up to the
Lord,
white cop.
Lord.
listen.
The
I'm
white
not
cop.
gonna. I'm not gonna keep y'all late tonight. We finna get up out of here. I'm finna make y'all go now because
No,
this is
sir. Okay.
I feel like
Wow. You just
we about
gotta.
to have another
I'm
2-hour
sorry.
conversation. Yeah.
All right. Well, can I say this, Freezy?
No, we're
So,
not.
Trey Ferg.
Hold
The
on, Blake.
next.
Thank you, Polly. Thank you so much as always for contributing. Thank you for coming up. Thank you.
Bye, Polly.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
So
Okay, guys.
I'm just, my Polly. I just want to say this real quick, and then I'll sign off as well. So, Freezy, thanks for having me up.
Every time.
Fanny P, you scaring me today.
No, let me explain. Let me explain though, hot sauce. Let me explain.
I'm kidding. I know you're a
Okay, I'm
good
like,
woman.
you can't be. She can't be giving out the vagina without getting nothing back. That's crazy. She not even married. We trying to get everything. It's
hear you.
different, you know. So I mean, when you in the streets, you play the street game. You know, if you want something real, you know, you get with one person under a covenant. That's how I go. But anything else, we up. Like these dudes ain't worried about her. They probably fuck other niggas too. I mean, fuck other bitches too. You know, it just man, we trying to get the money.
Hey, see other niggas too.
I hear you. That that you spoke a word right there. You spoke a word. But next time Trey Ferg is on the panel with Polly, just like he took my black card, if you sleeping with a white sheriff, I don't know about that one. Maybe somebody else black card got to go too. I'm gonna leave that there. But what you said, but about that paper on a serious note, the manosphere was right? Because at the end of the day, right now, the highest rate of single mothers is actually white women, right? We see divorces in general, right, as at an all-time high. And matter of fact, it's so bad now that people are just not getting married in general. So, you know, at the end of the day, that paper was spot on. Looking at it right now in 2024, right? And so at the end of the day, if we're talking about the destruction and who fault it was, at the end of the day, man, our women made a choice, and that choice affected the children, and so we're here where we are. I mean, and that has to be taken accountable for, right? They got to take accountability for that. Our grandmothers, our mothers, put us in this position, not our fathers. And I'll leave it there.
Man, shout out to the Blade Will Never Die.
No Cap-tivity.
Fanny, what you want to leave us with, Fanny? You know we love you too, don't you? Know that, right?
Yes, I love the show, man. I based on like that article, I guess it was just basically saying like most women are leading the household financially. I guess I think that's what they were saying. I personally think the only reason why they even have opportunity to lead is because the men not there. I don't think it's because they really have more knowledge or they're actually more valuable. They're doing something more. I think it's just that they're left with the kids. But I have been doing some research on family court and also other things as well. And I noticed that women really do only mess with like 1% of the men because when you look at the stats and stuff, majority of the men, I mean, the majority of the women who getting pregnant, they're getting pregnant by the same man. It's not necessarily other men or everybody's having kids. So that's a true fact because even when I watch divorce court, I watch all these different stories so I can understand what's going on. But a lot of women be arguing over the same nigga, but it don't be nobody more. It just be the same guy finessing women. But I also learned too, women are easy to be manipulated and finessed. So that's why it's so easy for women to keep having kids out of wedlock because they just become more and more unhealed, right?
Why
And then
do
when they
you
get
think, from a woman's point of view, why do you think that is?
because because I hate when Anton say this too. Like, you said this before too, Freezy. unfortunately, if we already not intelligent, we already emotional. So then apply being emotional and not intelligent.
Well,
Emotional intelligent.
I ain't never said that. I don't believe women. I don't believe women are not intelligent. I do believe women
No, I'm talking about
possess.
emotional. I'm talking about
Okay.
emotional.
Oh, emotional intelligence.
No. Like just emotional in general. Like
Emotional.
out of
Okay.
nature.
Yeah. Women are very emotional, but I do believe women are very intelligent too. So.
Absolutely. But and I want to add on, like a lot of women are just not we cling on to our emotions so much that we actually make bad decisions. So, and that's in general. And I hate to admit that because like sometimes we think we smart, but we really just not. Like we really not as smart as we because like, we make a lot of decisions off of our emotions, and we make a lot of decisions based on what a man say instead of what he actually are doing. So, I don't know. I forgot your question, but that's pretty much what I was thinking.
Nah, you answered it. You answered it. And Fanny, thank you. Thank you so much. And Fanny, you was killing it. You was cooking to this evening on this topic, this welfare topic. You was killing it, man.
Oh, thank
Real
you.
tough. And also when we, because I did factor in the Polly side when I asked Miss Polly, as far as like, how does economics factor into how they run their household. Like you asked some great questions. You and Hot Sauce, both of y'all asked some great questions. I'm like, damn, every time y'all asked her a question, I was like, damn, there's some good ass questions. You know what I'm saying? For real.
No,
I was like, why I ain't think of that shit?
I just think it's very interesting.
Yeah, but the thing about it is just that, and this is the reason why we're never. I'm going to make this prediction, right? Y'all can say Blade Never Die made this prediction. For me, it's April 4th, 2024. The black family will never be the same ever again. We're never gonna have two-parent households again in America. Never again.
No Cap-tivity.
If it happens, the Blade will never die. Said it, y'all. Right here on No Cap-tivity with Freezy, man, the No Cap crew.
No Cap-tivity.
Damn. And I wanna fight against you, but I'm not.
I mean, and Matt, I mean, we'll see like one or two, right? But what we're going to see now is just single parent homes are here to stay, and I'm going to say this, even in other communities, Asian, white, whatever, probably within the next 20 years, single parent homes is just going to be the new norm. It's just going to be the new norm.
Blade, guess what I got to say to that though, Blade?
What?
As for me and my house, we gonna serve the law. I can tell you that.
And let me tell you something too, Freezy. I ain't giving no man who don't want to marry me. It's over with. So
and that's a fact.
No Cap-tivity.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. Look, Fanny. Look, you need to go. Well, I mean, there's a lot of good guys. For women, it's a little bit easier. There's a lot of good guys that's marriageable. And you're 27.
It's actually not. It's actually not. Let me tell you though, Hot Sauce is actually harder because most men know that they can find somebody who don't have standards. It's way easier to find a woman who's not asking for anything because
No,
women
you
don't
gotta
know their
hear me out. Hear me out. It's when you're looking for marriage. When a man is ready to get married, it is much harder for him to find a suitable wife than it is for a woman to find a suitable husband. You just gotta look for the dudes who are ready to marry now, who are ready to sit down and get married.
Okay, no, that makes sense because a dude can find a girl to fuck, but he can't really find a girl to be committed to him. That is very
Right.
true.
So you know what I mean?
That
Like,
is
so
very true.
go 30. Were you 27? So go where the 31-year-olds are, and like how old are you willing to date? 35?
Yeah.
All right, so go
35
where the
of the height.
31 to 35-year-olds are, right? The Chamber of Commerce, Afrocom, stuff like that. And because I mean, dating is proximity. Put yourself in those areas, and then because a man already makes up his mind. Like before I got married, I already knew I wanted to get married, right? And every girl I dated, I said up front, I'm doing this for marriage. So just find those guys.
Somebody told me Hot Sauce. It hurt my feelings. They said, because I'm successful, right? They said, most likely you won't find a husband because most black women who are successful are not married. And I was
No,
like,
that's not
damn,
even
that hurt my feelings. That made me scared a little bit. I was like, damn, he might be honest.
Fanny, listen to me. I'm pretty sure most 33 to 35-year-olds are more successful than you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No, a man
27,
told me that.
yeah, you
A
might
man
be
told me
right.
that.
27, yeah, you might be right. But because back in the day, right, you marry a woman that's half your age plus 7, right? That was the rule back in the day. Because when we talk about leadership and stuff like that, I personally believe in order to be a leader, you have to have the necessary skills. So an older man is always going to be able to lead his wife than a man who's at the same age as his wife, because you need that little room, like 5-year room of experience. So just go ahead and find a guy that's 5 years older than you, and majority of them will be more successful than you, and go on and get married.
Yeah, cause I was dating a guy who was my age, and they was like, he ain't even this age yet. Why would you ever think that he'd be somebody who'll commit to you? I was like, damn, what the fuck is going on? I'm trying to blow everybody up because I'm sick of this shit. Sick of them. It be confusing because then you be like, get somebody young that y'all the same age, y'all was in college and work that out, and then you hit up people like, you really thought he was not gonna do something like betray you? Look how old y'all are. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, so that's what my thought process be sometimes.
Listen, let me
I know.
say this. Hey, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you've been cheated on. And let me ask Fanny, have you been cheated on, Fanny?
Yes.
Hot Sauce, have you been cheated on before in your life ever?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow I think I'm gonna do a show on cheating dynamic and just the ups and downs of cheating. I think we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about, life after. You know what? That's what I just came up with the name. Life after being cheated on. Yeah.
Life after she gave that shit away.
Yeah.
No Cap-tivity.
Breezy, it's a sensitive topic.
I know. And we're going to talk
Sensitive
about it, man. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but listen.
Y'all take care. I have to head out, man. Y'all take care.
Okay,
Bye.
Blade. Okay, Fanny, I love you. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.
All right. Listen, man. It's been an awesome show. And actually, it was way better than I thought it was, man. My sister, Just J, came in later on. I see Glow Hardy, all the No Cap crew, man. We hanging out. We hung out good tonight, man. I think why high. I see why high. Miss Randy P, she stay got your boy back, man. The drip show he showed out tonight. Dre the Dream in this thing. Elevated Mind Healer. All my sisters in here. Oh yeah, man, my sister's gonna hold Freezy down, man. All the sisters gonna hold us down, man. Real talk. Hey, No Cap crew, man, we got the best sisters is on YouTube. I can tell you that right now. Cassandra B, she just came in. My sister Cassandra B just came in throwing her weight around. Get out. I need to see Freezy. Let me make sure Freezy all right. My sister Cassandra B don't play. Slimmy, look, Slimmy hanging out. Slimmy just been laughing. Look. Let's see. And listen. Shout out to everybody who came up on the show. Shout out to The Blade Will Never Die, aka Hot Sauce. Shout out to Fanny P. Thank you, Fanny. And shout out to Miss Polly, man. For real. For being an open book and just, giving us insight. And it actually did help the discussion. Thank you. All right. We will be back tomorrow. And remember, tomorrow evening, I'm going to try to do a show. I'm going to try to do 2 shows. The first show is going to be, life after cheating, right? The second show is VIP Fridays where we just hang out. Okay, well, we go in this big ass room and we close the door. And we talk about shit that nobody can hear us talk about. Oh yeah, today, thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Today is Friday. My bad, Randy. Yeah, today Friday. But yeah, tomorrow night, don't y'all forget, if you are a member, you will be privy to VIP Fridays, okay? A membership live stream, members only. Only from, listen, and members only, strictly, right? Even if you are a mod, even if you're a moderator, if you're not a member, I'm sorry, you won't be a part of Membership Fridays. You won't be a part of it. Drip, I remember, Drip. I'm gonna send you the link tomorrow. Drip, remind me, I'm gonna send you the link tomorrow. I just remember. I'm gonna send Drip the link tomorrow. And yeah, we just gonna rock out. We just gonna rock out. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna rock out, man. Shout out to the early No Cap crew. And shout out to the late No Cap crew that came in a little late. Shout out to let's see. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to all the top tier mods tonight. And you know, Miss Randy P always, you know, lately she's been towards the top of that list, man. Oh, and Just J, especially the other night, Just J showed out on the moderator side. Thank you, Miss Randy P. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Randy P. Your car, and Emperor is Emperor is part of that early mod game, and your car too. They part of that. See, we got shifts over here. I'm seeing how it's working. We got shifts over here, man. All right, yeah. Let me see. And y'all, listen, let's keep Phoenix. Let's keep Miss Phoenix in our prayers. All right, because we ain't seen her in a while. I'm gonna reach out to her via email. I'm gonna see how Phoenix is doing. Yeah, let's keep Phoenix in our prayers, y'all. Listen, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all know it's time for the benediction, right? Let me see. Here we go. This is a good one right here. This is a good one. Yeah. This is the no cap benediction, y'all. And I got to blow this one up. This one comes to us from Proverbs 20:13. And it says, love not sleep, lest you come to poverty.
No captivity.
Love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Are y'all paying attention? Let me read this one more time. Love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will have plenty bread.
No captivity.
Let me read that one more time. Open your eyes, and you will have plenty bread. Love not sleep. Don't sleep too much, or you gonna find yourself waking up poor. Just like Just Jay said. Get your ass up.
I'm at the
Man, the Most High is the realest. He the realest, man. See, they don't see when y'all go to church. That's why this is the place to be. No captivity. This is the place to be with the No Cap crew because see, I guarantee you, we've heard verses and scripture from the Bible that a lot of people don't even see in church. It's about the practicality of life. That's why I love the Bible. Not because not because people catching these fake ass Holy Ghosts and stuff. No, I'm talking about the practicality of the Bible. Instructions on how to live. Love not sleep. Or else you will find yourself in poverty. Open your eyes and you will have a lot of bread. Yeah. Y'all thought bread just meant money today. No.
No captivity.
No. Let me take care of my sister. Elevated Mind Healer. Write another chat, Elevated Mind Healer. I love all my sisters, man. Write another chat, Elevated Mind Healer. Let me know you're there. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. Elevated Mind Healer. Let me make sure she's there. I love you too, Randy. Thank you, Miss Randy P. Thank you. I need to hear that too. I be needing to hear that. We love you too, Miss Randy P. My sisters are some sweethearts. Miss Randy P. Jess J. Cassandra B. All my sisters are just, they're just some sweethearts. Fanny P. Miss Polly. All it is just some sweethearts, man. These sweethearts, man. If y'all ain't married, Freezy gonna get y'all married. We gonna get y'all married. You ain't married yet, guess what? We gonna work on that. We finna work on this right here. Oh, stop it, Just J. Y'all got to understand Just J's humor. I'm the only one that understands Just J's humor. Fanny P say, Freezy, I need your help. Don't worry about it. And I stay praying for y'all. I stay praying for y'all. Damn near every night. I know y'all don't believe me, but I really do. I add the No Cap crew in my prayers. I really do. Let me see. Oh, and McCole's Wellness in Motion. Yeah, I can't forget McCole. I can't forget my sister McCole Wellness in Motion too. Yeah. And Brina. Yeah, Brina. And we go, you know, we gonna throw Travel One in there too. Travel One, she be getting smart and stuff, but you know, we love Travel One. We gonna bring Travel One on around. We gonna she gonna come around, man. We got love for Travel One too. So it's about that time, y'all. It's about time to get up out of here. Before I get up out of here, I got to acknowledge. I got to acknowledge all of the light bills that been paid.
Super chat.
Shout out to my sister, Elevated Mind Healer, who just became a mod. Shout out to my sister, Elevated Mind Healer. If you a mod, you earned it. You earned it. For the $2 super cow, she said, "Thanks, Freezy. Thanks, Freezy." Written on top of a purple heart. Thank you. No, thank you, sis. Thank you, sis.
No captivity.
Thank you, sis. I ain't mean to say sus. That's Pete. That's No Diddy.
This one here for the thug.
Thank you, sis. We love you. Thank you. Most definitely, thank you to all of the super caps. McCole's Wellness Emotion, her $4 super cap Ralph Spirit for his $2 super cap, Dre the Dream for his $5 super cap, Trey White for his $10 super cap. Also Elevated Mind Healer for her $2 super cap. Also, thank you to Brina for being the first sponsor of tonight's show. Thank you to Brina for being the first sponsor of tonight's show. Let me see.
No Cap-tivity.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Super
and I had it up there too. Shout out to the Drip Show, man. The Drip Show stay got that big light jumping. The Drip Show say, Black twats matter.
No Cap-tivity.
Y'all heard what the Drip Show said? Drip. Also,
Super Chat.
Also, Drip said for the $5 super cap, he said, this for elevated Starbucks in the morning.
No Cap-tivity.
I told y'all. Man, shout out to my boy Drip, man. He one of the realest dudes I know in these spaces, man. Real talk. Shout out to Drip, man. That's my dog. And I got to change Drip's, let me see. So that make $61. Yeah, that makes $61 for Drip. Yep. And yeah. Like I said, shout out to Brina for being the initial sponsor of tonight's show. Right? And then Drip he took over sponsorship right after Brina. And then Cassandra B took over sponsorship. Right? First it was Miss Brina, then it was Drip, then it was my sister Cassandra B, and then Drip capped it off. Cassandra B, oh yeah, I gotta call out Cassandra B's her light bill. The light bill she paid, it was $50. Cassandra paid a $50 light bill. I really appreciate that, Cassandra. Thank you. And Drip capped it off with a $61.50 light bill. Yes. Shout out to all the sponsors of tonight's show.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to all the sponsors, man.
No Cap-tivity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I love y'all. And this was an excellent show. I didn't know how well this show was gonna do, being that I came on at 12 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But it was excellent. It was excellent, man. Because, you know, the No Cap crew, we appreciate conversations like this, don't we? We will be back later on today, which is Friday. And you know I love y'all. I'm gonna pray for y'all before I go to bed, as usual, like clockwork. And like I always say, to free yourself, you must heal yourself. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. Wait, let me see it, but let me hold on, let me wait. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And until the next time, we out of here. Let's get it.
No Cap-tivity. Freezy.